up? Happy Friday. Okay. I said, let me hurry up, honey. Let me hurry up because I don't want them like, damn, Carrie always late. Child, we are here. Okay. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let me take this comment down. Good morning. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody. How y'all doing? It's Friday. Someone got paid today. Okay. Somebody's off today. Did everybody hit my like button? I have 49 watching right now. Do we have 49 likes? Let's see. Mars, let me know. Okay, it's growing. It's growing. We have 54. We got 54 people. Do we have 54 likes? Did everyone hit the like button coming in? Because we got some tea to spill, baby. All right. And y'all know we do attachment receipts with the tea. All right. Mars, give me an update. What we got? What we got? What we got? How many likes we got? How many likes we got? Okay. Because you know we works hard for the money. All right. We works hard for the money. We got 62 likes. Okay, we up to 103. It's jumping up. It's jumping up. That means the haters are here. The haters are here. The bushes are full. Let me stop. Thank you all for being here. Haters, y'all too, because you're like, honey, y'all keep me going. All right. Y'all my motivators. My haters are my motivators. So thank y'all for being here too. I guess y'all count too. Shit. All right, but let's go ahead and speak to everyone that was so kind to come into my chat this morning on this Good Friday morning. Listen. I got a new banner. Okay. I got a new banner. Let me go ahead and put it up so y'all know. And I might have to put this up later. So okay. Y'all see that? Trigger warning. I'm about to act up. So y'all know today on Fridays, y'all know Fridays, it's kind of anything goes. So be prepared, honey. If you drinking something, go ahead and swallow that shit because we're gonna act a motherfucking fool today. All right. I woke up, I feel good. I checked my account and your girl got paid. Yeah, I'm feeling good this morning. Okay. Yeah. So beware. We're gonna act a fool a little bit today, but we're gonna also get this good tea out to you guys because I know that's why you guys are here. Okay. Let me put the real trigger warning banner back up there, child. Not trigger warning, but let me put the real banner back up there. Everything said, honey, that shit. But yeah, let's go ahead and speak to everybody. Oh, we're gonna act a fool. We're gonna act a fool today. Woo! Somebody gonna be spitting out something through their nose today, okay? I don't have no filter today, okay? No filter. Well, we don't have a filter here, but this mouth has no filter today. So I'm sorry. If anybody get offended, and go ahead and pre-apologize. Is that a word? Pre-apologize to you guys if you guys get offended. But we're gonna act a fool today. It's Friday. I'm happy. It's the end of the week. Friday is my favorite day of the week. So y'all know how it is. All right. So let's get into this tea. And let's speak to everybody first. All right, Erica Butler. Hi, good morning. Deborah Johnson, hi. Felicia, good morning. Charlene, good morning. Darlene Mungum, good morning. Ronnie is here. Good morning. Lisa Bell is here. Said, good morning. I'm here. Hey, Lori Eden is here. Darlene Mungum, hi. Kim Naughton is here. Okay, hold on a sec. I've been watching you at the doctor's office this morning and you popped up. So I said, let me check in and just sit here and wait for the doctor. Okay, yes, I'm entertaining you, honey. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Let's keep going. My top flight. Rose is in the building. Hey, Lana Thomas is here. Kathy Hudson is here. Alice Smith is here. Denise Slay is here. Mary Jacobs is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going down because we're kind of repeating. Jeannie Smith is here. Tam Fox is here. Deborah Banks is here. Gail West is here. Cassandra D is here. Kim Jones is in the building. Sheila Washington is here. Good morning. Candlelight 2211 is in the building. Pepper's Love is here. Lillian is here. Let's see. Angela Cuff is here. Good morning. Miss Honeybee is in the building. Carla Burrell is here. Good morning. April RN Virgo. If you need a good RN, honey, go on and holler at April. She got you. C. Lewis is here. Adrian Wiley is here. Bernadette is in the building. Adrian Wiley again. Good morning. Good morning, Sylvia Blow. Wanda the nurse. We got 2 nurses up here. Let me find out. Y'all gonna need them today, child, because we're gonna act up. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all need a good nurse. I'm going to holler at Wanda, honey. What happened is in the building. Pamela Williams is here. Cheryl Williams is here. Maria Perry is here. Grandma 504 is in the building. April Pearson is here. Living with Purpose is here. Simple Mom Family TV is here. Shaquanda, thank you for being here, love. Nita Believes is here. Okay, that's a new one. Good morning and welcome. One Way is here. Good morning. Be Wiser. Thanks for being here. Queen T is here. Brenda Winston is here. Okay, thanks for being here. Mickey Finky's in the building. Miss Key 100 is here. Simple Mom Family TV, that is a content creator. Y'all, pardon me. I got this damn. I'm trying to be cute for y'all this morning. I got this liquid eyeliner, baby, and it's burning. It's burning my damn eyes. See what I go through for y'all. All right, Tyra, my top flight models in the building. Good morning. Joyce S. Pick is here. Adrian Wiley, good morning. April Pearson, Vera Dockery is here. Tiffany Thomas is here. Shorty Diva 1990 is here. Joyce Galley is here. Good morning, Teresa Williams. Good morning. I said one way. All right, you guys are speaking to each other. Say, let the Lord use me. Oh God, yes, He gonna use me today. All right, butterfly kisses. Okay, come on, kisses. Rita Gwen is here. Good morning, Rita Gwen. I see some new names. Welcome to all the new people. Okay, Shirley McCrary, Special D is here. Vera Docker is here. Tyrone Phillips is in the building. Welcome, Tyrone. Bertie Tulu Taylor, I see you, Lisa's World. Shaquanda, I think I spoke to, but say happy birthday, Joyce Gilliard. Happy birthday. We got a birthday. You guys give a happy birthday. Shout out to Miss Joyce Gilliard. She's here in the building. Happy birthday to you, love. All right. Darlene Mungum, good morning. Brittany Janae is in the building. Tanya Harris is here. Eve Parker is here. Really Rail's Canadian best friend. Hi. Good morning. Miss Fort 57 is here. Jamelia is here. Good morning. Good morning. Ramel RB is here. Oh, y'all here. My God. Teresa Harris is here. Chevelle is here. Chevelle Carter is here. Miss Know-It-All. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Immaculate Davis is here. Miss Frost 57 is here. I said, yeah, we ready. Alan Ford, thanks for being here, love. Moonshine 101 is here. I'm trying to see some names that I did not call. Tam C, good morning, love. Brown Eyes is here. All right, I think we're at the end of the list. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Yeah, y'all give Miss y'all give the birthday shout outs. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Y'all know politics is first. We don't have a lot of politics. Today is gonna be a messy type of day. We got some great topics, we got some great tea. Y'all know I saved the coup de grace for the end of my show. So sorry, but you gotta wait, okay? So yeah, we're gonna give you guys what you guys have been asking for, but let's go ahead and jump on into these politics first. All right. Shout out to all the mods and my content creators that stopped by this morning as well. All right. To the people in the bushes, hi. All right, let's get into it. According to Ball Alert, child, Mitch McConnell with his old ass, y'all know he about 963 years old. He is still out here, child, trying to be doing his little political rounds, and his ass done fell. Okay, y'all know he always tripping and falling. Like, sir, go home, sit on your porch, people watch, get you a glass of wine. Well, maybe not no wine because you already be falling when you ain't got no damn wine. But he done trip and fail, you guys, while trying to answer a question about ice. All right, was your ass on a piece of ice or what? Let's get up on this, child. Because I said, what the hell? And he even walking chew gum, Lord. Let's go.
My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
Now, she said ICE and you failed. Damn. Oh, okay. Hey, bad. Slip guards under them shoes things. Officer right there look like bad.
My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
All right. So Mitch McConnell, honey, who is 83 years old, tripped and fell while answering questions about ICE. Damn, he heard ICE and he fell. Now, at 83 years old, Senator Mitch McConnell reportedly tripped and fell while answering the question, that's what they meant to say, about immigration and customs enforcement, which we all know to be ICE, during a recent press interaction. Witnesses say that the longtime Kentucky Republican appeared to lose his balance as he turned to leave, prompting aides and nearby colleagues to rush to his side. You guys just saw that. I think he needs to go ahead and retire. And I ain't even trying to be funny. He needs to retire because this is starting to be embarrassing. Y'all know he fell at the podium one time. He fell another time. It's like he's not well. He's not well. It's like his equilibrium is off or something. I'm not sure. But I think he served his time. You're 83, sir. You can go on home, sit it on down, go on to give up that office job, give up that seat, and let somebody else do it because you are not well in here. Okay. Moving along. All right, let's get into our next political topic. Yeah, y'all keep happy birthdays coming. Y'all make her feel good because y'all know birthdays are special. We love birthdays over here. All right. If anybody got an anniversary as well, happy birthday, happy anniversary, all of that. Okay. Trump, honey, they said Trump is about to fire a U.S. attorney because he could not fabricate charges against Letitia James, which is a black woman. All right. They said it's pure corruption. Let's get into this because y'all know Trump go after people he don't like. And he's on this power trip. We've talked about this time and time again. So now he is on Miss Letitia James' ass over here trying to get her fired, but they're actually speaking up about it. Let's get into it.
Making a new move against the New York Attorney General who prosecuted him, Letitia James.
George, this is a major escalation of the president's effort to get retribution against his political rivals. ABC News has learned that President Trump is expected to fire a top federal prosecutor for failing to file criminal charges against Letitia James, somebody who is obviously very high on the president's enemies list. The prosecutor is Eric Siebert. He is the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, arguably the most important U.S. attorney's office in the country, responsible for the bulk of counterterrorism and espionage cases. And his office has been investigating James for 5 months on allegations of mortgage fraud that have been brought by the administration. He found no evidence to go forward with the prosecution, declined to do so, and now we are told that he will be fired. ABC News has learned that the president intends to put somebody else in the U.S. Attorney's office who will more aggressively prosecute the New York Attorney General.
And also the president now going to the Supreme Court with his effort to fire Federal Reserve Board member Lisa Cook.
Yeah, the Federal Reserve Board, long considered independent. He has tried to fire Lisa Cook. 2 separate federal courts have said he does not have the power to do that. Now he's going to the Supreme Court. This is be a major test of presidential power.
Yeah, and the president and his team are raising this issue of mortgage fraud, but of course several members of his own administration have also faced similar questions. No prosecution of them. John Carl, thanks very much. Rebecca. He's now using the power of the federal government, making a new move.
Y'all see this? He's trying to override certain rules and regulations, and he's again on a power trip, and he is really trying to get this woman fired, and he's trying to go beyond that to get other people fired as well. Why is it that he wants everybody to lose their job? First, he was on Jimmy Kimmel trying to get him fired, then was upset and talking about he was filing all these different lawsuits against ABC and everybody else for reinstating Jimmy Kimmel. Like, he is on this power trip. Anybody that reverse anything that he put out there that he know he should not be doing, he gets on this evil revenge type of bullshit in terms of trying to flex his power as president. It's time for him to come out of office. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit is just becoming more and more out of control, more and more out of control. But prayers up to Miss Letitia James, all right? Because at the end of the day, I feel like Trump, being the convict that he is, y'all know he's a whole felon and several felonies that he's sitting on. He's so focused on trying to get other people fired and out of their positions when his ass need to be out of the position that he is in as well. Because I feel like you've done way more than Miss Letitia James in terms of just mortgage fraud. Like, damn, think about all the charges that Trump has compared to Miss Letitia James. I would think that Trump ass would need to go before she would, but the Republicans beg to differ. So let's move along. All right. All right, so let's get into the next topic. Child. A hot ass mess is what it is. He is very petty. Okay, this nigga act like his cycle is on. Okay, he needs some of them damn pads with wings on in that bitch because he's doing the fucking most. All right, so president of the Federal Workers Union, they're speaking on that as well. Federal workers could shut down the entire country overnight. Think about that. Let's get into it. Shout out to Daily Rumble.
And this president, you better start obeying the Constitution. You better start obeying the Constitution. It's going to get real ugly if you don't follow the laws and obey the Constitution like you swore an oath to do. The president came out just yesterday, okay, and he says, I'm going to pick and choose which federal employees that I give back pay to. Okay, so once again, he is indicating that he's going to violate the law and do something that's unconstitutional and despicably, not treat people fairly like we should in this country, okay, but decide, pick and choose whether he's going to give back pay to the federal employees that he likes. The president, his job is to serve this country, not treat the U.S. Treasury like his private piggy bank. Right. That's the American people's money. How dare you go out there and say, I'm going to give back pay to the people that I like and not for the people that I don't like. We are in a dangerous spot in this country when the president thinks that he can just, ignore ignore laws that are written in plain English. That law that you must give back pay to federal employees, okay? That is written in plain English, and he's just telling the American people that he's going to ignore it, okay? Nobody, I don't care who you are, I don't care what side of the aisle on, it doesn't matter. You got a constitution, you got to faithfully execute the Constitution, and he's ignoring it. And so both parties and every American should be furious with the threats that this president is making to federal employees in this country. Okay? So Congress, do your damn job. Yeah. Do your damn job and pass a budget. That's going to require a little compromise. Yeah. It's not a one-sided thing. If you don't have a bill, you haven't done your job. Yeah. So do your job. And this president, you better start obeying the Constitution. You better start obeying the Constitution. It's going to get real ugly if you don't follow the laws and obey the Constitution like you swore an oath to do. And this president, you better start obeying the Constitution. You better start obeying the Constitution. It's going to get real ugly if you don't follow the laws and obey the Constitution like you swore an oath to do. The president came out just yesterday, okay, and he says, I'm going to pick and choose which federal employees that I give back pay to. Okay, so
y'all hear that? All of what he said. All of what he said. I'm happy that people are finally starting to wake up. And it's the motherfuckers that voted for him that there's now sitting back watching and seeing everything that they voted for. And they sat and listened to him say when he was trying to get into office, he's not doing any of the things that he promised. Okay. He's doing the complete opposite. He's turning this country inside out. Other countries are looking at our country like, y'all stupid ass bastards. They are laughing at us because of the person who we chose to be our leader, our president, who is fucking up the country, raising tariffs, laying off people. Like, it's a hot ass mess, y'all. And I'm happy that not just Republicans now, not just Democrats, but some Republicans are starting to wake up as well and say, hey, this is some bullshit. We got to do something. We got to wake up and do something. I hope that by the end of his presidency, that before then, really that they go ahead and impeach him because he's really making a mess of this country. He really is. And now he's trying to figure out how to run a third term. We cannot allow that to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen because it is against the Constitution for him to run for a third time. We know that. But it's time for people to wake up. It's time for people in Congress that hold these seats that see the mess that Trump is doing to just, I don't even have a fucking word. Fuck up the country. Let's say it that way. All right. Taking people jobs away. Now that's going to cause crime to go up because people got to eat. People got to pay their bills. People got to do and handle the things that they have to handle. So now, and you're talking about sending the National Guards to different cities, different states because of crime going up, where you're causing crime to go up. If people cannot eat, feed their children, do what they need to do, they're going to result to crime. Unfortunately, that's just how shit goes. A person who's probably never committed an offense a day in their life, if they can't feed their families, they're going to do something. You're going to cause people to steal. You're going to cause people to steal. I'm starting to see now different videos. There's certain grocery stores. They're starting to put these little warning things and these devices on like packs of meat, because people are going into grocery stores now and stealing meat, steaks, chicken, all that shit, because people are not able to feed their families. Food stamps is being cut. If you get SNAP benefits, a lot of that stuff is being either erased or being cut back. And people are like, okay, we can't survive off that. If you got 3, 4, 5 children, you cannot feed them off $50 on no damn SNAP benefits. So people are going into stores and stealing food. What world do we live in to where they got to put devices? I saw this like a net type thing, and then they have a lock on it to where if you try to walk out of the store, it just goes off like a beep, 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 because people are stealing. And it's a result of Trump raising tariffs. Everything is up now. Everything is up now. Gas, I just saw gas is getting ready to go up. Like, what the fuck are we going to do? Okay, if it's chaff, you've never prayed before, you better pray now. Again, and I keep re-emphasizing, okay, side hustle, baby. Legal. Get some legal side hustles, okay? Get you some side hustles, because the way this economy and this world is going, oh my God, I don't even have a word for it, y'all. Let's continue on. All right, we're done with politics. Let's jump on into the mess. All right, I don't like a lot of politics anyway, but I do have people who watch me that love political stuff, so we throw it in there just for ha-has, okay? Let's move along. All right, shout out to It's On Site. All right, so a man loses it over a 9-to-5 rat race, and he calls out the whole system. He said, you work, you pay bills, then you die. He said, what is the point? Okay, that's life. Let's get into it, honey, because he is going off.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say is important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this that's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man.
Mm.
A big ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth.
Wow.
And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50.
Period.
But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day.
It's kind of funny, but it's not funny. He's speaking truth. Everybody's frustrated. Y'all see the frustration in this man? Like, it's getting bad, y'all. It's really getting bad. It's really getting bad. Federal workers, they're being laid off as well. This shit is horrible. Airports, y'all already saw what's going on at the airport. People having hours and hours and hours of layovers at the airport because they don't have pilots to fly. This shit is crazy. We've never experienced this, you guys, until Trump got into office. Okay, everybody better be woke around this mug. If y'all don't see what's going, if you don't see that something off is going on right now, I don't know what to tell you. Somebody's elevator ain't going to the top if you don't see the crazy shit that's going on. I'm telling you, we've not had as many as planes falling out of the sky until Trump got into office. What is going on? What is going on? Oh my God. We'll move on though. All right, so let's move on into some sports talk here. Shout out to Shade Room. Now, Skip Bayless, let's go ahead and share. Y'all know I get to talking, honey, now I forget. All right, Skip Bayless has some things to say about Travis Hunter's decision to get baptized on game day. All right, he said he is losing interest. Why? Because he's turning to God. Y'all know how Hollywood is, child. Y'all know how the entertainment business is. They don't want God in there, honey. Anytime you get to talking about God, it's a problem. It's a problem. All right, so they're saying that Skip Bayless is calling out Travis Hunter for his timing. Says that Skip Bayless believes that the Jacksonville Jaguars star decision to get baptized on the morning of a home game shows that he's mentally checking out on the team. No, that's him giving some type of reverence to God. They can have spirituality. What problem would that be for him to be baptized? Okay. And what kind of timing is there a special timing to go get baptized? Okay, maybe God was speaking through him that day, and hey, he felt the need to go ahead and rededicate his life to the Lord, or whatever he felt that he needed to do. But getting baptized is always a great thing. I don't see why this would be worthy for him to go live and talk about it and make it a somber moment. He's looking like somebody died right here. Let's get into it.
So, allow me to tell you why there was no way that Travis Hunter should have chosen to be baptized on the morning of a 1 o'clock game in Jacksonville, where he plays, obviously, for the Jaguars. Not under normal circumstances, but here's the point. These are not normal circumstances for Travis Hunter, the football player. Mm-hmm. The Jags are using him so little, especially on defense, where he is the most gifted, all-time gifted, that Travis Hunter is starting to lose interest. He's starting to check out mentally on the Jags. So he was actually happy to be baptized on a game day morning because football isn't taking that much content.
Let's continue.
So allow me to tell concentration or focus or pregame mental preparation. Nope, not now. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that getting baptized was any kind of protest on Travis's part. It was just a stunning indication, a stunning indication of where his head is at or not at right now. It's not really into football right now. I'll get to that point in just a minute. His attitude, obviously, in this case was, hey, they're not using me that much anyway. Why not get baptized on a game day morning? Even after they had had one of the biggest wins in franchise history the previous Monday night at home against Kansas City. Why not get baptized before a 1 o'clock game against a very good Seattle Seahawks team in Concentration or Jacksonville? Why not? Last year at Colorado, my man Deion Sanders, spiritual to the core is Deion. He utilized Travis Hunter 87% on offense and 83% on defense. And Deion told me before this Travis Hunter draft that he would, if he coached Travis in pro football, utilize him exactly the same way. And I am all for it 1,000%. Through 6 games so far with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jacksonville has used Travis Hunter 63% of the time on offense. That's 24% less than Deion did last year at Colorado. And here's the killer, 39% on defense. Jacksonville.
Wait, they was gonna hate, I knew it. But I don't just talk, I do it.
Okay, we're gonna take the music out. I think this is beautiful. I think this is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all know there were rumors that he and his wife, they were going to get divorced. They just literally got married. They just welcomed a baby, a new baby. So I think this is a great thing. This is him tapping into his spirituality with everything that's going on, chaos maybe in his house where, there were rumors that he and his wife were having, his new wife were having some issues. So maybe this is his way of dedicating his life to God and putting God in the forefront of everything that he has going on. Being in sports and trying to maintain a family and everything else got to be a little chaotic for him. But when you have God at the focal point, then it kind of gives you some direction in terms of how you move and how you do things. So I don't see anything negative about this. Maybe he has some other things on his mind that's keeping him, disconnected from playing well in the game. So he just maybe need to refocus and get a little bit more coaching. Hopefully they don't drop him because he is a good player. But at the end of the day, I will never see anything negative about a person deciding to go and get baptized and rededicating their life to God. Skip Bayless, fuck you on that. Okay. Maybe you don't understand the way spirituality works. All right. The same God that wake you up every morning is the same God that can give him the know-how and the ability to get on that field and make every single touchdown that he can make. Okay. It's not always about that. Sometimes you got to recenter yourself and figure out, which direction you need to take. And God should always be at the top. Okay. At the top. He's in the top of my life. That's the first thing I utter when I wake up in the morning is, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. And then everything else falls into place after that. So I don't see nothing negative about that. Skip Bayless, honey, you might need to go get baptized again if you've ever been baptized. All right, let's get into someone who's been canceled, but is looking for someone to applaud something with him. Y'all know we ain't even checking for Brian McKnight no more, honey. His ass been back at 1. All right, he been back at 1 with me. I don't play none of his music. I don't do shit when it comes to Brian McKnight. All right. And I used to really love his music, but I cannot with him from the way that he's treated his children, especially his son that recently passed away. I didn't like it. But let's go ahead and get into it. Brian McKnight celebrates $8.8 million in damages and punitive damages following a verdict. Now, y'all know he was talking about at one point in time that he was suing Jaguar Wright So I'm not sure if this is who he's referring to, because he was talking about suing her for punitive damages for some defamation or defamatory statements that she put out about him. So I'm not sure as related to his ex-wife. I can't remember, Julie McKnight. That's her name, Julie McKnight. So if you're looking for 8.8 million from Jaguar Wright, I don't think you're going to see that money, because I don't think she has 8.8 million. I'm just saying. But it says that breaking news: $8 million award in damages and punitive damage. Brian McKnight, he's celebrating that. Said thank you to our legal team and Rancher Harris Law. Okay. Said Brian McKnight made a post celebrating 8.8 million in damages and punitive damages. Although he hasn't confirmed which lawsuit, he included a clip from what seemed like his ex-wife Julie McKnight telling him not to call or text his late estranged son Nico McKnight. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Now, from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
It's been a long journey.
Ex-wife Julie McKnight snapping on Brian McKnight. So I'm not sure who it is that he's suing, because he did not allude to who it was. But he's celebrating the 8.8. He needed, because y'all know his shows. They said nobody's really been buying tickets to come and see Brian McKnight. He was trying to be on a tour, but they said, baby, it was a lot of empty seats at his shows. So maybe this 8.8 is going to catch him up from all these shows that he's been doing that nobody's really been checking for, since people have started, banning him and just not checking for his ass for the way he's treated his children. Y'all know he remarried a Hawaiian lady and took on her children, and even dropped his biological son's name that was named after him and gave it to his new wife's son. I thought that was fucked up. But a lot of people have really started disconnecting and not supporting Brian McKnight. I feel like he's feeling a little bitter. He's still going after his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, which I think that's stupid. If you moved on with your new wife, like, focus on that. You've already made it clear that you didn't give a fuck about your other kids that were here, your daughter as well. It's a hot mess. So, hey, 8.8, hopefully you see the money. If not, then I don't know what to tell you, because I ain't buying no tickets to come and see you. I've been done with Brian McKnight. So let's move along. All right, this woman here is psycho. Okay, we keep talking about these parents need to step it up and stop being involved in the children's bullshit. Okay, if we could just raise our children to be just citizens, great citizens out here, versus this type of shit right here. A Detroit mother is charged after admitting to taking a knife, we got to say it that way for YouTube's sake, to her 13-year-old daughter's middle school so that she could starve, we got to say it that way for YouTube's sake, another girl. Authorities say that she set off the metal detector, but security failed to search her. Let's go ahead and look at this right quick. Again, shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
A Detroit mother accused of giving a pocket knife to her daughter at school appearing in court today. Police say the teenager then stabbed another student in the classroom. Now the teen and her mom are facing charges. Fox News' Camila Mary with more on what we're learning tonight.
The case attracting a lot of attention. The incident happened last week at Gompers Elementary Middle School on Detroit's west side. 37-year-old LaCara Parks arraigned today. The judge gave her a $50,000 personal bond, and she must also be placed on a GPS tether. Investigators say Parks admitted to bringing the pocket knife to school and giving it to her 13-year-old daughter. According to police, her daughter stabbed a fellow classmate 5 times. The victim, also 13, also a female, survived the attack.
Wow.
Let's listen to what both the prosecuting attorney and the defense attorney had to say in court today.
She knew that her daughter had an altercation with another student a few days prior to this event occurring. When she was called to the school, she left work, she went back home to retrieve a knife out of her daughter's bedroom, took that knife up to the school, bypassed security.
Somebody allegedly got hurt by somebody else. That's not the person in front of you here today. So I'm asking the court to only look at what my client is being charged with, which are these 2 misdemeanors. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Meanwhile, Park's daughter has also been formally charged in this case. A judge set her bond at $10,000 cash surety. In Detroit, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
A hot mess. When Whitney Houston said, "I believe the children are the future," she was not talking about these children. I promise you she was not. Now, 37-year-old LaCar Parks was given a $50K personal bond and must wear a, tether following her arrest. Now, according to Fox 2 Detroit, after receiving a call that her daughter was involved in an altercation, Parks went home from work and got a cut knife, then took it to the school and gave it to her daughter. Now, although the school is secured with a metal detector, authorities say that Parks was not searched after the device went off. Now, this results in the school being closed for the following day to review proper safety protocols. Now, I got to blame the school, whoever the officers, y'all know they have resource officers in the school. If you see that someone come through a metal detector and it goes off, it is your duty to search said person. And had said person been there to search this woman, this cut knife would not have been able to go through the or get into the school system. All right, this is crazy. After Parks handed the knife to her 13-year-old daughter, the girl reportedly used it to stab, okay, for YouTube's sakes, another 13-year-old girl 5 times. That's excessive. Luckily, the girl survived the attack. Now says that both Parks and her daughter have been charged following the incident, according to the news source. Parks admitted to bringing the cut knife to the daughter. This is just insane. So what are your thoughts on this? You guys can sound off in the chat on that. All right, parents, when you become involved in crimes as related to your children, or you coerce them into committing crimes such as this, okay, this could be seen as attempted unaliving, if you will, because you did stab this person 5 times. And this is crazy for a mother to take off work, fuck up your money to go and help your child commit a crime and have her locked up, and you have to be locked up as well. What kind of world do we live in? Parents are supposed to be examples. We're supposed to teach our children right from wrong. So what happens when a parent do something or coerce their child into doing something like this and be complicit in this bullshit? And we're gonna have to call it that, because what were you thinking? Now your daughter has a record, probably going to be charged as an adult. They're probably going to bump it up to potential unaliving. This sounds like it was premeditated, because you thought about that thing. You thought about it, got out from work, went home, got this particular weapon, brought it to the school, went through the metal detector, knew that shit was wrong. This is crazy. This is the world that we live in. Parents, teach your children not to be involved in this type of shit. It's not like it was when we were in school. When I was in school, you get into a fist fight. A couple weeks later, you might be friends with that person again. These children nowadays, they are taught, and it's so crazy, their mentality versus our mentality when we were children, to fight to the death. And kids will sit there and record a child get jumped, stomped out, and damn near beat to death on video just to get footage to upload it to social media. Like, it's like the thirst of these children that their phone devices or any type of device that they can find to film someone losing their life for a moment. Our kids are so detached from reality. It's crazy. It's not like it used to be, where children can get into arguments and, like I said, get into a nice little fist fight and then you go on about your day. Now it's the premeditation of it all. It's like, oh, you beat me up, so now I'm gonna go get a weapon, and we ain't done with this. I'm coming back tomorrow and I'm gonna catch you in the bathroom, and then it's gonna be some more shit. We have got to start talking to our children. Parents, pray over your children, talk to your children, reiterate the fact that if they do something crazy like this, the amount of time that your ass will be sitting in prison, the way you can fuck up your entire life. Like children, it's supposed to be you go to school, you go to college, get a job, and you work on what you want to do with your life next, not committing crimes and spending the rest of your life in prison. We are seeing more and more of our children. We just talked about yesterday, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds grabbing the hand of a 5-year-old and leading her into some fucking woods and doing some very egregious things to where now 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are being charged as adults. We just talked about this. So what happens to our what happens when our children become so desensitized to where they don't understand right from wrong, to where they don't think about what happens if I do this, and they just think about the actual act. It happened when I feel like things kind of took this turn when prayer was taken from the school. Long time ago. I remember we used to get up and when I was in school, they used to say a prayer, Pledge of Allegiance, then a prayer. We don't have that anymore. Children are just so wild. Social media is raising our children. Again, parents, and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm a parent. You got to put parental guidelines on these social media devices to where your children can't go to certain things on YouTube, Amazon, all these things that these children watch. They're raising our children. These games that these children are playing are violent games, and they're teaching our children violence. And they have to understand, because it starts with bullying, and it goes from bullying to putting their hands on someone and committing a crime, unaliving someone, beating somebody. All of these things could have your child, okay? And some of these crimes, parents, understand your ass could be charged too if your child go out here and do it. So do you want to be sitting in prison? You sitting at work trying to get an honest day's work, get your 40 hours, and your child commit a crime at school, and they come pick you up and throw your ass in prison because you didn't step it up as a parent? It's time to have tough love. Fuck this trying to be your friends, be a friend to your child. It's time to put your foot down or put it up their ass. I'm serious. I'm so sick of these crazy wild kids. It start at home. If there's no structure at home, there will be no structure at school. We are raising psychos. I say we as a collective. I'm not, because mine know better. But we are raising psychos. It's time to get back into real parenting. Big Mama would never. Big Mama would never. But we got some young women out here that's grandmas. We got grandmas that's 32 years old, ratchet ass grandmas, honey, that come to school with these different color braids and flip-flops ready to fight with our children and grandchildren. Again, Big Mama would never. Big Mama would never. It's time to step it up. All right. It's time to step it up. Let's move on. I found this video yesterday. This is something I did not know about D.L. Hughley. I do like him. He is a comedian. We're going to go ahead and get into it. D.L. Hughley, okay, speaks on having a child outside of his marriage, okay, and said that the baby was unalived by the boyfriend. Let's get into this. I was shocked. I knew nothing about this. Okay, but I said, oh, this is going to be a good little topic. Let's get into it. Okay. Shout out to HCIDBA. Okay. Because that's why I saw it on TikTok. Let's get into it. All right.
Outside of your marriage.
Sure.
And the boyfriend of the mother ended up killing the child?
Sure. Shook it or...
How old was this child?
9 months.
9 months old.
Wow.
Wow. So were you had a relationship with the child and you were...
I was a scared kid. I was trying to keep it under wraps. I was hustling to pay.
Oh, so this was early on.
Yeah, it was early
okay.
on. And I was hustling to pay child support. And I remember she had come to me and said, if you don't put me on your life insurance, I'm going to tell your wife what happened. And I decided that I would have one great weekend with my family, and then that Sunday I would tell them what happened, because I wasn't going to make that leap and put them on my life support, my life insurance, and until I got confirmation, until I'd gone to, take the DNA test and all that. And so that was like a Thursday, and then so.
Y'all hear that? Let's back it up.
You had a baby outside of your marriage.
Sure.
And the boyfriend of the mother ended up killing the child?
Sure. Shook it or...
How old was this child?
9 months.
9 months old.
Yeah.
Wow. So were you had a relationship with a child and you were...
I was a scared kid. I was trying to keep it under wraps. I was hustling to pay.
Oh, so this was early on.
Yeah, it was early
Okay.
on. And I was hustling to pay child support. And I remember she had come to me and said, if you don't put me on your life insurance, I'm going to tell your wife what happened. Okay. And I decided that I would have one great weekend with my family, and then that Sunday I would tell them what happened, because I wasn't going to make that leap and put them on my life support, my life insurance, and until I got confirmation, until I'd gone to, take the DNA test and all that. And so
that is Vlad TV. Shout out to him if that's him.
That was like a Thursday. And then so
y'all, that's deep, right?
You had a baby.
I didn't even know this, and I love his comedy, but I didn't know this. I know he and his wife have been together for like years and years and years. They married young. And of course, all their kids are adults. I know that he talked about in his comedy show that he does have a child. I think it's autistic or something wrong with him. But yeah, I did not know that he had a child outside of his marriage, though. So that's very deep. And whoever this person was, I hope he is spending time in prison for shaking this child or whatever it is that he did to this child to unalive this child. That's crazy. But yeah, and then for the mother to say, hey, if you don't put me on your life insurance policy, I'm gonna tell your wife what happened. So he was just like, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell him myself, because I don't think he, according to what he's saying here, he didn't really know if said child was his child until he took said DNA test. So wow, prayers up for D.L. Hughley, okay? Prayers up for D.L. Hughley. Have you guys ever heard this story before? I've not. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Let's move on though. All right. We were just talking about ratchet mamas. We got another ratchet mama post. Child. Ooh. All right. So Uber driver claims that a mother left her baby with her overnight after giving a fake drop-off address to go clubbing. Okay. What is this world coming to? How you just leave your baby with somebody you don't even know so you can go out and club? Is that what we're doing now? Okay. An Uber driver claims that a mother booked a ride, gave a false drop-off address, and then went clubbing, leaving her baby behind. The driver said that she ended up taking the child home overnight after the mother did not answer any of her calls. Is that crazy? Wow, she must have been on drugs or something.
I don't even do all this, but this lady, y'all, because I know people like to lie. Motherfuckers gonna lie, make it seem like I didn't do my part. Y'all, this lady straight left her baby on me. I was being hella professional. Y'all know I'm up here getting ready for work. Look at this. But this lady straight left her baby on me, y'all. If y'all go to the post, the original post that I did, I was being very professional. I even agreed to help her out as long as you give me a time to get your kid dropped off. This lady never responded. And she's older, y'all. The lady not even a couple years, she's older than me. Why are you leaving your child with somebody you don't even know? And yeah, she is so pretty, like, look like, y'all know I have a daughter. She is so pretty, so cute, so far. Why would you leave your baby with somebody you don't even know? I did the ride with her last night, y'all. Literally took her to where she needed to go. She claimed she had an event to go to. She paid me extra. Cause I'm like, well, if I'm dropping her off to her baby daddy's store, whatever. First she said, drop her off to the house. I supposed to get off at 8 o'clock. Okay, cool. It was already 8. It was already going on 8 when I first got the girl, y'all. Then after that,
crazy.
I get the baby, okay. You know what I'm saying? I feed her and everything else. She said, okay, well, take her to my baby daddy house. Mind y'all, she already been telling me how she don't really have a good relationship or this. I'm okay, this is kind of awkward that you want me to take her to her dad's house. Y'all, I have to be at work at 9 o'clock. My daughter is gone. So, you know what I'm saying? And mind y'all, this is my second job I start today. So, I'm trying to be really lenient. Mind y'all, the cousin that she said birthday was, I text the cousin. The cousin acting like she don't know who she is. She give me some number that's not even, I guess not the girl. I don't give a fuck how lit I am. I'm not leaving my kid with nobody I barely know. And y'all, anybody let me know, I have a good heart, bro. I'm not gonna just up and leave this baby when I live.
That's sad.
Child. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do it myself. But why is you not communicating and not getting your child, bro? This girl left her baby with me since 8 o'clock. That's when I go at 8 o'clock. You talk to me crazy, talking about something. Then I called her and she gave me a false address. The address she gave me didn't even gave me to some apartments that I know no girl don't even stay in. Like, girl, this gonna be the biggest mistake of your fucking life. When a motherfucker actually trying to call and give you your child. And then you didn't even pay me. You didn't even pay me to babysit. Yeah, but she is.
This is crazy. She should have taken the information that whenever with Uber, I think it is how you the person who is trying to get a ride, their information pops up. That information should have been turned into the police. Maybe take the baby to Child Protective Services or something like that, so that they can do what needs to be done with this child. Look like she's taking care of the child like it's her own. She said, "Don't effing book this girl for a ride, so that y'all gonna have you do her a ride." That don't make sense. And leave her kid on you. Said that to be in the club. She said, "I tried to be professional, but nah, mind y'all still have the kid." It says Keita Mays. You are wrong, ASF. Y'all know that means ass up. Okay, so the lady's name is Keita Mays for leaving the baby that left the baby with this Uber driver. Okay, what world do we live in where you just leave your baby? That's like the baby look like it's a cute baby. To leave your baby with a total stranger to go clubbing? Like, these new age mamas, I keep saying these new age mamas just don't have no couth. Like, you don't even care you don't even know if you're gonna find this baby again. The way people are taking these babies, trafficking and all this shit, you just never know. I would take that baby straight on up there to Child Protective Service. Say, hey, I was doing Uber. This lady left this baby with me. I don't know who this lady is. This is the name that came up on my Uber app whenever I picked her up. Let them track her ass down, and then she gonna get some charges. Okay, like, damn. She's very noble. It was very noble of her to take care of the baby. This far, you can see she's taking care of the baby, feeding the baby, all of the things. But that's really not her responsibility. For this woman to be irresponsible to drop her baby off and leave her baby behind with a total stranger to go shake her ass and be all up in niggas' face all night. Like, damn. She just needs to be locked up. But let's continue. These new age mamas, I keep saying it. All right, so how many of you guys have siblings and you were left with your sibling while your parents may have, I don't know, went to the store or maybe went out of town? Okay, if you had other siblings, if you were the older sibling, because y'all know that's usually how it works. Mama have a bunch of kids. The older sibling is in charge of watching all of the other siblings that's younger than them while they go wherever it is that they go. Well, this particular teen has been arrested for child cruelty charges after allegedly beating an 11-year-old sister with a belt. You guys said that the teen was left in charge of 8 children, okay, 8 siblings while his mother was away. All right. If you grew up with other siblings and you had older siblings, your older siblings did watch you, okay, or you were in charge of watching your other siblings. And you know, if they act up, sometimes you might give them a little pop, okay. But I don't know about pulling out a whole belt and just going off like that, like you mama or daddy up in the house. That was a little too much. Let's get into what it said here according to It's on Site. Okay. It said, me, I'm the oldest of 8. Y'all know if you're the oldest sibling, you always, you got to watch the other siblings underneath you. God forbid if you grew up in a house like Kiki Wyatt. Y'all know Kiki Wyatt got a bunch of kids. So imagine her kids having to watch all those kids. It's like, what, 14 kids in the house? Shit. I would be crazy after that. But Stanley Jamar Lomas Jr., who is 17 years old, of Augusta, Georgia, is now being held without bond after being charged with first-degree cruelty to children. My God. Said the Richmond County deputies say that they responded after Lomax's father called, telling authorities that he had left the 17-year-old in charge of 8 siblings while their mother was away. Initial reports from siblings claim that Lomax stomped on and punched the 11-year-old sister, but video evidence instead reportedly shows him striking her with a belt while she used her hands to shield herself and screamed, "Stop." Oh my God. Lomax has defended his actions, saying that his sister was being disobedient and that he didn't intentionally beat her, claiming that the belt struck several areas because she was moving. Well, you shouldn't have been swinging it. Said that his father also admitted that the same sister had allegedly complained of abuse from Lomax several times before. Said that though no prior reports were made due to lack of video evidence. This is sad. All right. This is sad. Again, a little pop, you know, if somebody do something wrong, but I don't know about getting a whole belt and just going through and just swinging this belt, because as a man, you do not know your strength. You should not have been doing it. I don't know if the mother gave said teenager who was 17 years old authority to be spanking the kids or whatever, or disciplining the kids if they acted out. But apparently this 11-year-old is cooperating with police, and he is being charged with cruelty to children. So there's your life. Shit. Especially if she has whelps on her from said belt, because that can be seen as a weapon. I know nowadays the law is if you're going to spank your child, it has to be with your hand and it has to be on their butt. You cannot be hitting them on the arms, face, legs, or anything like that, or they will see that as child abuse. Okay, so yeah, go check your local law enforcement will tell you that shit. You're gonna spank your child, you can do that, but you have to hit them on the butt. It has to be seen as discipline. Anywhere else is seen as abuse. If they have a welt on their leg, that's abuse. You cannot do it with a belt. You cannot do it with a switch. You cannot do it with a extension cord and all that other shit. You know, anybody that, you know, prayers up if you grew up in that type of household where mama just picked up anything and you know, tore you up with that. Okay. You know, switch child, you know, back in the days, grandma get the switch, go out there and, you know, break it off the limb and pull them leaves off. And y'all already know what happens after that. Or daddy would get the belt. And, you know, some people say extension cords. I don't agree with that shit at all, because there's a fine line between abuse and discipline. Okay. But yeah, this right here, I believe, was going too far. If you just swinging and just, you know, because I know kids, child, preteens, y'all know their mouth can be very slick, and it could be a lot. Frustration if you're watching 8 kids, especially for him, he's 17. You watching 8 kids, it could be a lot. Okay. 8 kids can be a lot for a 17-year-old to watch. So mama, we got to kind of put that on you, because why the fuck would you leave 8 kids with a 17-year-old to watch, knowing that they bad as hell? Okay. Damn. I hate this for him, but the law is the law. Okay. We got to move on. Yeah, let's get into this next news, child. This right here I thought was just, D'Angelo is turning in his grave behind this bullshit, child. And speaking of D'Angelo, I saw a post yesterday where someone is taking up some type of GoFundMe money for D'Angelo. And it's supposed to be under false pretenses. The family is saying that they have not asked anyone to take up any money for D'Angelo. He's fine financially. They were saying he didn't need any help in terms of funeral arrangements or any shit like that. So y'all know people are always on the fraudulent bullshit when it comes to a celebrity or someone that's passing away. They take the initiative to go and say, oh, we're going to start a GoFundMe. No one asked someone to do that, according to what I've seen on social media and as far as the family is saying. So if you guys see any type of GoFundMe's or whatever for D'Angelo saying that they don't have money to bury him and all that, it's false information for what I've seen. Okay. But Benzino took it upon himself. You guys know the video for D'Angelo's song, How Does It Feel? Benzino, I call him Nick Zeno because his ass ain't got no fucking neck, decided to do a little tribute to D'Angelo after his passing. He said, rest in peace, King. Your music is timeless. So he reenacted the How Does It Feel video, and I was thoroughly it was a traumatic experience for me. Let's just say that. Okay. I was just like, let's get into it. Okay, so he did a song, and this is Benzino, child, trying to reenact the How Does It Feel video. Yeah, no. Absolutely not. All right. Legend of Benzino says, I absolutely was influenced by the amazing artist D'Angelo. Rest in peace. Your music is timeless. Yeah, no. So y'all remember this was the D'Angelo video, okay? I'm just gonna say, child, back in the day when this video first came on, I told you I was like, oh, y'all know I heard. Okay. You could tell bro was doing a lot of these and a lot of push-ups, child. I was like, D'Angelo, I couldn't even listen to the song from looking at the video. This area right here just had me like, okay. Oh my God, I went through a whole box of panty liners in just one day, just watching this shit. Damn. So this is D'Angelo, and this is Benzino. Okay, sir, no. Okay, Benzino, go sit your ass down. Benzino, no, Benzino, that's not turning me on. Okay. Oh, let me get it off. I can't take no more. Let's get him up off my screen, child. No. All right, move along, child. All right, so let's get into some Real Housewives of OC news. All right. Child, Alexis Bellino, y'all know who she is. Alexis Bellino just married just got married, child. And now her husband already went upside her head. Lord, they ain't been married, I don't even think 30 days yet, okay? Y'all know she married Shannon Bedore's ex-boyfriend, child. Now, they're saying the Real Housewives OC's Alexis Bellino has left fans speechless after posting a disturbing video allegedly showing her new husband, John Jansen, in a drunken rage, yelling, cursing, and physically assaulting her. Now, they said in the shocking clip that Alexis appears visibly injured with bruises and swelling around her eye. Now, insiders say that the violent outburst was the breaking point for the reality star, who has now vowed to divorce Jansen immediately. Now, y'all know on the show, from a little bit that I did watch, she was bragging about how she was with Shannon Bedore's ex-boyfriend, John Jansen. John Jansen had just broken up with Shannon Bedore after she had her DUI situation where she ran into somebody's house. So Alexis came back on the show, popping off and carrying on and rubbing it all in Shannon's face that she was with John Jansen and talking about how he had a big schlong and all of that. Well, now they just recently got married, like a week ago now. And John already out here on his Ike Turner bullshit. So she said she's done protecting him this time, says that the world will see the truth, as source reveals, as Bravo fans flood social media in disbelief over this horrifying footage. What the hell, John? They literally just announced, like a week ago, that they got married, and now he already out here acting like Ike Turner. And they put hands upon her, okay? Hands upon her. Look at her eye. Damn. See, white people, that's white people news, child. White people news. I don't know if this is karma for you, Alexis, but everybody was trying to tell you not to marry John because it seemed like he was very thirsty to be with a housewife for some type of clout. And now you done ran out here and married this man. This is her second marriage. I know she was married to Jim. I think that was his name, Jim Bellino. She has children with him as well. Her kids are now grown. If y'all remember Jim, the guy kind of had a big beer belly and the dark hair. They got divorced because he was very overbearing and was always trying to be like her daddy versus her husband. They should have ran on him and married Shannon Bedore's ex-boyfriend. And now look what happened. Not even a week into your marriage or 2 weeks into your marriage, he already done put the pause upon you, child. Okay. So prayers up for y'all. I hope y'all figure it out, child. Moving right along. Let's get into some marriage and medicine news. You guys remember Buffy Purcell? Well, Buffy Purcell, honey. Buffy Purcell. Let's get into that. And Contessa, they are into some mess. As you guys know, Buffy sued Contessa. All right. But Contessa has refused to pay Buffy. So Buffy has now put a lien on Contessa's house, y'all. Jesus. All right, so Married to Medicine War said that Buffy Purcell gets a court order lien on Dr. Contessa's house after winning a judgment in a frivolous lawsuit. Shout out to All About the Tea on that, honey. So Married to Medicine star Contessa Metcalf sued Buffy Purcell for defamation, but the case did not go well for Contessa. Buffy actually won a judgment in the defamation case, and the judge ordered Contessa to pay Buffy's legal fees. Now, however, in my Kimmy voice, Contessa did not pay up, and Buffy filed a lien on Contessa's Georgia mansion. Girl, I know you lied. Now it says that looks like all of those receipts that Contessa bragged about did not cash out. Okay, this is all about the tea. Shout out to them for this exclusive news, honey. Damn. So now Contessa, because she was refusing to pay. I remember that whole banter back and forth between the two of them. And Buffy was like, all right, bitch, I ain't about to do no back and forth arguing with you. I'm going to go ahead on down here and file these good old papers. And that's indeed what she did. So now there is a lien on Married to Medicine's Contessa's house, you guys, per Buffy Purcell, because Contessa refused to pay her a judgment that was given to Buffy by a lawsuit that was filed by Contessa. So Contessa went up in there thinking she was going to flex in court and thought she was going to get all this money from Buffy, who y'all know her husband is a whole doctor out here. And Contessa is a doctor, including her husband as well. But she did not pay money that she was ordered to pay. And now Buffy went ahead and got that good old lien on her property. So damn, I hope she figured this out, child, and go on to give Buffy her money so they can take that lien up off your house. Because I know she mad about that shit and embarrassed as well. Okay, that's some good Married to Medicine news for you. All right, we are still into reality TV, I guess. Okay, this is more reality TV news for you. Sherry Shepherd says if Wendy Osefo's fraud charges stick, which we know they will, they said that Giselle Bryant will be raising her kids. I don't know about that. I think that I think that they will, Wendy will let her mother rather, raise her children so that her and Eddie can go on and serve them 20 and 30 years that they ask gonna be looking at for them multiple fraud charges that we've been talking about all week long, child. I'm still shocked and appalled. Let's go ahead and get into it. Again, all about the tea, because I saw that over there while I was looking at Buffy Purcell's news. So it said that Sherry Shepherd did not hold back as she joked that if those fraud charges stuck with Wendy and her husband Eddie, that Giselle Bryant might be the one raising Wendy Osefo's kids. All right, there's some shady daytime TV energy. I don't think that's gonna ever happen, but let's get into what Sherry Shepherd had to say.
When I heard that Wendy and her husband, Happy Eddie, they got arrested for insurance fraud, I was so shocked. I mean, I'm like, not Dr. Wendy, who's a pillar of the community, and not Eddie, who looks like he pays his taxes early. Well, not this picture right here. But you know, it really, that pains me because I really like them as a couple and like them. But it pains me, but I know it is not as painful as Wendy's mugshot right here. And I'm gonna say, ladies, if you ever get stopped, if you ever go to jail, don't go to jail with a bad wig on. That's gonna mess up everything. Because let me tell you something. It's one thing to get caught, and I talk about this all the time. It's one thing to get caught, but it's a double crime if you get caught when the lace is lifted. I didn't talk to people. I've gone through that. And so this is what was bad. So what is even worse?
So Sherry's been a little messy there. Now we all know that because Wendy and Giselle don't even get along like that enough for her to leave her kids with no damn Giselle. And Giselle is already all her kids are out of the house now. Okay, she's an empty nester now, so I don't see her going back and getting Wendy's 3 kids and raising them while they go and serve their 20-30 years. Again, I feel like Wendy's going to go ahead and let her mother raise her children while she and Eddie handle this legal situation, child. I think they're gonna get a lot of time, y'all. I really do. Because damn, there's no freaking way you can have that many fraud charges on you and don't get no time. I don't see no probation coming out of that. I really don't. And I think that Eddie, they're gonna go ahead and take his license as well. And I'm sad about that because damn, now I went to school for a long time. To be somebody out here, only to go out here and make a stupid ass mistake like this and mess up your whole entire life. So prayers up again for them, child, because Lord have mercy. All right, moving right along. Let's get into some Mendices and Yandy news, okay? Because Mendices did a little interview, so we're gonna look at it. All right, we're gonna look at it. Yes, we are. We are getting through these topics, y'all. All right, so press play, media company backup. Shout out to you. All right, so Mendices explained why he believed that Yandy would make the perfect partner, plus the plans that he had to move forward when released from jail. Now, you guys know that he and Yandy are not legally married because Mendices had a lot of restitution to pay back for some crimes that he committed. So Yandy chose not to attach herself to him legally. I think that they just did some vows on national television per Mona Scott Young, who put that whole wedding segment together on Love and Hip Hop, okay, for the two of them. They are not legally married, but I feel like Yandy was trying to protect her bag and not have the feds and everybody trying to tap into her money, because Yandy does have a nice little coin. Okay, she does have a few businesses, but she did stick by Mendices while he was locked up, and when he got out and continued to cheat as he always was doing. But let's go ahead and get into this. If they like it, I love it. We already heard stories about Yandy out here messing around with somebody else. According to her best friend. Okay. Y'all remember he went live and told all Yandy's business, said Yandy was in the room beside him and they're getting dug out by her boyfriend on the side. Mendices have been caught with several women as well. So everybody's been saying that the two of them may have like an open situation or open relationship or whatever. But he is explaining why he believed that Yandy was the perfect partner for him. Okay. I'll say fool. I don't say partner. But let's go ahead and get into what he had to say.
First, I had the money, right? She had the ambition. So I never looked at her. I knew she was a hard worker, but I had the money. So I felt like we could get much further together because she had the work ethic and I know what I know. And we merged these two, we unstoppable. We both from Harlem, we both had the hustle. So what happened is I believe that whoever got the momentum, you get behind them, right?
Yeah, I like that.
It's not about, it's a household thing. everything. Yeah. It's two strong incomes is better than one.
Fact. You was coming home, bro, and you knew your time was ending, and you was coming home. What was that mentality like? And then did you already have a plan, or were you developing your plan?
No, I had a plan.
Okay,
I always
talk to
have a plan. Like my plan was the change, right?
Okay.
Do something different, get different results. And one of the things was that if I go back to New York, no matter how successful I become, I'm gonna still hang out with the people that's loyal to me. Just because my life changed, their life ain't changed.
Yeah.
So if I eat with them, party with them, chill with them, and some of them we blood related, can't not be their friend because I'm on TV no more.
Right.
So what I gotta do is think about my family, my children first, and I gotta remove myself from that environment. And that was my plan, and that's what I stuck to. So I remember telling my wife, "Come on, we moving," and she was like, "No, we not." I said, "Listen, you want to stay here by yourself?" She was like, "But you sure I like this? I built this up. Look how nice it look." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool, but we gonna get some nicer shit. Let's go." And sure enough, we did everything I said I wanted to do. We did.
Yeah.
And she trusted me. She trusted the process, and she knew that I'm not going to just be talking to talk. First, I had the money, right? She had.
All right, so y'all see that he's talking about how he and Yandy decided to build their empire together after he got out of prison. She was to hold him down while he was in there. But yeah, I mean, DCC did have some money prior to going into jail, but he had a lot of restitution to pay because he had a lot of fraud charges on him. So I guess big ups for Yandy and Mendices for still, I guess, sticking together. And I feel like she's probably not enough for him. Maybe not freaky enough for him because Mendices is always stepping out and being seen, and rumors are always circulating with him being with other women. Yandy will always go public to try to denounce it, but then, I think people already know what it is between them. Kurt and Rashida already came out and said that they had an open marriage or situationship, whatever the case may be. That's that new that's that new age bullshit now with these couples. Okay, y'all know they have the lavender marriages, and now they have the open relationships where you stay together no matter what. You go see who you want to see, I go see who I want to see, as long as we collectively agree that this is what we're doing, and we're going to come back home and still be a family. That's this new age bullshit. I'm not into that because there's too much shit out there. And plus, you should respect the person that you're with. I mean, if your person that you're with is not pleasing you in the way that you want them to, then you guys work on that. There are classes that you can take to learn how to please your spouse. There is like SDX classes where they teach you different SDXual positions and different ways to mentally, psychologically, physically, SDXually stimulate your partner. So tap into that and figure out how you can be 5 people in the bedroom and not have to physically bring 5 people into the bedroom. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our jam session because my mods are alerting me that my people are sitting on my likes, and we don't like that. All right, we are spilling a lot of tea. I got some real tea coming up at the end of my show here, and we're gonna have to get those likes on up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that. All right, let me get y'all something so y'all can get on about these likes for me. Let's see. What I want to play for y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, what can I play? Yeah. Tap that like for me. All right, let's get on into the show. All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's move along. I'm back. All right, let's get into our next topic. We are still in reality TV. All right, we got some more stuff to talk about. I pulled some great topics this morning. Yes, we did, honey. Yes, we did. All right, so Real Housewives of Potomac's former castmate Candace Dillard says that she unfollowed Portia, you guys. Now she having it out with Portia over her comment. She said that I should F Angela Oakley's husband, Charles. Now, that have nothing to do with you. Now, I get it. You're talking about morals, the whole morality of this situation. But Candace, please don't be over there coming out and going off on Portia, because you know Portia is a fighter. Now, you know, I already got your ass beat by Monique already. Okay. Now, I do not promote violence all the time, but I understand. In this situation, ain't nobody trying to be messing with Chris. Okay. I don't think that Portia's trying to spin the block and be messing with Chris. So at the end of the day, girl, get over it. That was like what? They get ready to be in season 17 now. That was season 16 that she said that. She had already spoke to Angela, apologized to her for that situation. Here you go regurgitating bullshit and trying to be relevant and unfollowing somebody who probably won't even think about and or following your ass in the first goddamn place. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Miss Triangle Tisha Cryer, aka Candace Dillard. All right.
Before Traders.
Girl.
The reason I unfollowed her is because like I said, I don't know if I said this, but in a previous episode, I may have said that I wasn't really keeping up with the Atlanta housewife of it all. But of course, I'm very active on socials. I see clips, I see the highlights. And I happen to see something about, and Mike will help me with this, something about Portia sleeping with somebody's husband. It was
you mean a comment made about Charles Oakley?
Yes, the new woman. What's her name? The pretty
Angela.
So you out here unfollowing people and you don't even know what the hell happened. Now I saw this online. So did you see it or did you not? Because now you're saying, oh, I saw where somebody said that Portia slept with someone's husband. She didn't sleep with nobody's husband. She made a comment that she should sleep with Angela Oakley's husband when she was out by the pool on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 16. Okay, so how is it you saw it online, but you right here don't know what the fuck is going on? Either you saw it or you didn't. Okay, that's
Oakley,
Angela.
Fantastic.
I really like her.
She made that
yes.
That joke about her husband.
Yes. So they were I think they were on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They were on like a cash trip.
Yeah, on a cash trip.
Yes. So cash trips are otherworldly. They're not, it's cash trips are the upside down in general. So I was almost prepared to like not hold it against her, Portia, because like we have all said stuff. I've said stuff that's hit the cutting room floor that they need to just air, that I've said on cash trips. It's like, bitch, what, are you okay? Go to therapy. Like, you say crazy things on cash trips and crazy things happen on cash trips. But I saw the clip right? I think, yes, I saw the clip of her, or maybe I saw like a Watch What Happens Live. I saw something where she was saying, she better be careful before I sleep with her husband. I said, what? Who on God's green, ghetto, racist, ugly earth would ever fix their mouth to use as a threat, as a woman, I'm going to sleep with your husband as a form of retaliation? Whatever happened to like, I'm going to throw a drink at you. I'm going to cuss you into an oblivion. Even, if you're froggy and you don't know any better, I'm going to slap a hoe. Like, whatever happened to those things? We're using adultery as a form of punishment. And I just like it blew my mind, because I know, as we all do, the perils of Portia's love life. We've seen her come up from, the bowels of, what's his name?
Cordell.
The Cordell of it all. before
Child,
Trader.
you don't even know what happened. Why he got to feed you the information if you went online and you saw what happened? You on here trying to read Portia down and go off on Portia. You don't went and unfollow this girl and you don't even know what she said or what happened. See, it's giving that Candace, you're not on the show because you want to be a mom, and I respect that. So maybe focus that attention on your child while you sitting there feeding him and scrolling through social media and getting everything wrong. You unfollowing somebody that you don't even know what happened. It's giving you looking for moments, girl. Just come on back to the show if you are that bored and thirsty. Like, damn. You are thirsty, sis. You are looking for a moment. Is Chris not giving you no attention at home? Like, what is really going on? You are going from podcast to podcast talking about everybody. And the other day you were talking about Wendy and her situation. Now you over here talking about Portia and saying that Portia's out here saying she done slept with Angela Oakley's husband, Charles. She never said that. She said she should do that. And then Portia turned around and lied and said she didn't say it when they played it back and showed her that the shit was caught on camera, on audio. Then she wanted to apologize because she knew she couldn't wiggle out of that lie. See, I wasn't even there, and I got that right. Girl, find you something else to do, Candy. See, that's how you got your bangs tore out the last time for running your damn mouth, all right? I think she don't want to come back this season because Monique is there. Because she know Monique gonna get on her ass again. This is why she don't want to come back this season. Because they don't ask her, girl, would you want to come back this season? No, I want to stay at home and be a mom. No, but why are you talking about everybody's business? Damn, girl. No, you don't want to come back this season because you don't want the rest of them damn bangs to out. Let's get into Pastor Croy, because y'all know Croy done gave his life to the Lord. We read it the other day. Croy done got saved, honey. Croy done got saved. He working at the warehouse now, and he done got saved, child. Kim done pushed this man to the Lord, and now he is speaking up on Kim, because y'all know Kim is being sued, honey, in a $100 million lawsuit for messing with another woman's husband. And y'all know she was messing with Big Papa at first. So now, according to the girls are fighting, she done messed with somebody else's husband and got some expensive gifts and money, etc. And the wife said, bitch, not today. And she done went up in here and put Kim in this damn lawsuit. Now, Kim responded by saying that she would like this to be a private situation. And the wife said, fuck you, bitch. No, we are going to make this public because you were privately messing with my husband. Now I'm about to publicly put your ass out there and let everybody know the whore that you are. You sleep with your legs open. You walk with your legs open, but not today, bitch. That's what she said. Okay, so let's get into this. Croy Bierman, which is Kim's still her husband, because they are not divorced, warns Kim Zolciak's new man's wife, child. Ooh, not him wanting the wife. Okay, this is Pastor Croy, because y'all know he done got saved. Said that she will drain him dry. She is a narcissist with a gambling problem. Come on in here, Croy, and let him know. All right. So according to court documents, Jillian Green, the estranged wife of Kim's new boyfriend, Kyle Moritz, okay, said that Croy called her directly. Child, how you get the number, Croy? You done went through Kim's phone. And says that she'll drain him dry. Now, she is a narcissist with a damn gambling problem. She done ran through her daughter's money as well. I added that. Said that Jillian claims that Croy also told her that Kim was already charging groceries to Kyle's credit card and warned about her parenting and mental state, child. Ooh, not groceries, girl. Beans, potatoes, tomatoes, all that shit. Echoing what he said in the past court filings or divorce filings, child. Child, let me find out you done went down and put some Wonder Bread on this man's credit card, Kim. I know you lying. Now it says that she says that they met once at her cousin's house to keep it low key and that they were never romantically involved. I doubt it. If you putting groceries on that man's credit card, you done gave him some of that nasty, bumpy, drippy wop. You have, girl. Now, even wilder, Jillian said that Croy allegedly sat outside of Kyle's house at one point. That is stalking, Croy. Why you sitting outside this man's house? That's called stalking. What you sitting out there for? Get your ass to the warehouse and get your 40 hours in, okay? Damn. Now, Kim and Kyle reportedly got serious around April or May during the same time that she was with Croy, living in the same house as Croy, because they just literally got kicked out of their house. Now, Jillian subpoenaed Kim shortly thereafter, demanded receipts on money, gifts, and expenses tied to Kyle. Okay, so Kim is looking for her next sugar daddy, like she was with Big Papa and whatnot. Okay, so Big Papa's wife done ran Kim's ass up off from over there, so then she done ran over here and found another rich man who's married. I don't know what her infatuation is with somebody who's married, but now she done found herself in a public legal battle, okay, and a lawsuit for $100 million that she don't have. Okay, if you got to be out here charging for groceries on a man's credit card bill versus the good old red bottoms and the chinchilla, if you will. Let's move along. All right. Shout out to Croy for being in Kim's business and exposing her ass once again, okay? Because y'all know he hate her ass with a whole passion. And he is telling all her business, sitting outside the White House with his binoculars, waiting to see if Kim ass gonna pull up over there so he'll have another reason to let the judge know whenever they go to get their divorce that she been stepping out on him. Moving right along. All right. Let's get into some sweet tea news, honey, marriage and medicine news, because she is going off and talking junk, child. I said, she got time today, and so do we. Let's get into it, honey. Y'all ready? Shout out to Housewives from Housewife Girl, because baby, all right, so married to medicine. Y'all remember her? That is doctor. They calling him Grandpa. Grandpa Greg is what they calling him online. I said, what are you calling him that? Grandpa Greg, child. Grandpa Gregory, his wife, okay, married to medicine's Letitia Sweet Tea Lunsford, child, shares an update on her baby making status. Because a lot of people ask, girl, when you gonna give this man a baby, girl? He is pushing 70 out here, girl. When you gonna give him a baby? And this is what she had to say. All right.
Am I still trying to have a baby with Gregory? I've been taking a break from that. Honestly, after getting off the show, we have decided to just really focus on our marriage. At first, I was kind of like, I was trying to do it right away. But honestly, with all the drama and all that, I just think that it's important for us to establish a solid foundation. And of course, I do want kids. I definitely do want a family. I love my niece and nephew. That's something that I really want. But in order to have a baby, you gotta have a solid foundation. You got to. Am I still trying to have a baby with Gregory?
But why you can't do both? Why you can't do both? Because time is of the essence. Greg already said on the show, he's going to give it another 2 years and then he don't care no more. He ain't trying to have no more kids after that. He said, hey, I'm going to give it another 2 years and then we just not going to try. I'm just going to, take that whole baby making thing out of my mind. This is something that he's been asking for since he was married to Quad. And now that Sweet Tea, y'all remember the whole thing in terms of how she met him. She hopped in his DMs and said, I'm going to give you something that you always wanted, which y'all know was a baby. Then she put the baby emoji. He got excited, flew her in from Texas to Atlanta. They began dating, and then they wound up getting engaged and they got married. She promised him a baby. And now that they're married, now she's saying, hey, we just gonna put that on the back burner. That's not my thing on my to-do list right now. We're gonna focus on our relationship. Now, granted, we have seen some very, very interesting things as related to Sweet Tea and Dr. G in terms of their relationship, their marriage, and how he talks to her. He's very, very disrespectful. I did not like the past season that they were on Married to Medicine, how he interacted with her, how he talked to her, the whole fuck yous and the disrespectful banter between the two, where she was talking to him, he got up and walked the fuck off like he wasn't talking to her. Like that whole thing, production, they called a conversation between the two of them while she was trying to whisper to him behind a locked closed door when they were on a cash trip, where he was talking very crazy to her and she was telling him like, please stop, because she knew the cameras were there and they were catching that. He continued to escalate the argument between the two of them. She was begging him to stop, and he was still going on disrespecting her, talking to her like she might have been one of his kids or just a nigga off the street, if you will. I didn't like it. So I get the fact that she do want to work on their marriage in terms of their relationship and get some things in order there. But I feel like you can do that while you're pregnant if you guys are pressed for time. Okay, you can do that. You pregnant, girl, take 9 months to bake a baby. Okay, while you guys are doing that, go to some marital therapy. Go and figure out what it is that's causing him to always want to lash out and have these moments where he talks crazy to you. I've seen it on TV. That shit is not cool. He did Quad the same way. I think it's him. It's him. And I think Sweet Tea takes a lot from Dr. Greg. Okay. Now, I don't think nobody should have to take that type of bullshit in order to be with somebody or be in a marriage. That's not a marriage. That's more of a dictatorship, if you will. You're not going to talk crazy to me. I don't give a fuck what kind of dick you laying down. You're not going to talk crazy to me. That's just on period. Because I'm all about tone and delivery. Okay. Tone and delivery. Them two will get you a long way with me or not. Okay, you cannot talk crazy to a person, especially your spouse. They are due a certain level of respect, just like you want it as well. Don't yell at me if you don't want my voice to be on 10 too. That's just how I see it. If I'm standing right here talking to you and you got to elevate your shit on 10, we got a problem. Because bitch, I can hear you. Turn the volume down on your shit, because I can get loud too. But we don't want that type of interaction when you're in a relationship with somebody, right? He is very disrespectful, and it started back with Quad. We saw the shit with Quad. And I don't mean to keep bringing Quad into this, but this shit, we've been seeing this for a very long time with Dr. G. He need to get that shit in order. He had some type of back and forth at his job. Y'all know he's a psychologist, so you should know better. You studied and know, you went to school for years to know the mind, the mindset of a person. You studied the mindset. So why is it that you can't reverse that and put that same thing on you and figure out why the fuck you fucked up out here? Now, I don't even talk, because I like sweet tea, baby. I love you. If you watching my show, I don't mean talk about your husband like that, but your husband went to school for some years. It takes years to be a psychologist. So how is it that you study the mind and you can't figure your own out? How is it that you have people come and sit in your chair or lay back on your couch and talk to you about the issues that they have within their mind, their self, and but he can't figure out his own shit, and why he go home and act the same way that the people that come and sit down and talk to you on their couch? Why is that? Okay. Now I do not agree. Now I'm just saying, I ain't trying to talk about when you should have a baby. I'm just saying the whole premise of you guys being together was the fact that you were a young, vibrant young girl, beautiful girl, and he was really hoping that, you know, by now you guys would have had a child. And I don't want to seem insensitive. We do know she does have endometriosis. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there are so many ways that people can have babies now. He's saying, he told you on the show, 2 years. She became very emotional. She became very, you could tell she was very bothered when he said that. And he said it with some authority in terms of letting her know, I'm serious about this. If you want to have a child with me. Now, this could cause some issues within their marriage, and it could be his frustration that she's not giving him something that she maybe promised him coming into the situation that's causing them to argue so much, if you will. Okay, it sounds like they may be having some marital issues, and this baby situation could be at the forefront, and he's just kind of hiding it in other small things. Okay, maybe you cooked the bacon too long, but he really mad about the baby not being here, so he gonna use it. Oh, you cooked my bacon too long; it's too crispy, but really he's mad because ain't no baby in the house. Y'all know men could be that way. Okay. Yeah, it could be that way. It could be that way. You know, you ain't put enough sugar in the coffee, or the coffee is too strong, but he really mad because ain't no baby crying in the other room. This man wants a child. He is getting a little older in age. Okay. Yeah. So you can't keep saying, oh, I'm gonna wait a little longer because we got to work on. He don't have that kind of time. Okay. The older he gets, his sperm count gonna go down, baby. So give this man a baby. Give him a baby, even if you got to go and adopt. Okay, there are many ways now. Technology is just child. Technology is just something else. Now, we saw the other day where they are breeding babies in robots now. Babies are being hatched in robots. So there's so many ways now that a woman can have a child and be a mother. We don't want to keep pushing this thing along to where this man wind up getting a divorce. This would be his second divorce because he might feel bamboozled in a situation. I just got to be raw when I say it. And I love her. I've interviewed her. Okay. I don't want to go there because that's between me and her. But at the end of the day, you can't promise a person something and then feel like you kind of renege a little bit on the back end. Okay. Because you feel like you're in there and like swimwear and you ain't get this man what he asked for. Because everybody on the outside looking in, they're being judgmental. Other people are in his ear. He's frustrated. So yeah, he gonna yell and be disrespectful a little bit because he want a child. Okay, he want a namesake. He want a namesake. Quad did that same shit. When he got some fucking dogs, this man said, "Bitch, I don't know fucking dog. I want a baby." And now you say, "Oh, we're stressed out. We got a lot of stuff going on within the house. I think I'm gonna wait a little longer." But you don't have no time. Okay, you can go adopt. Surrogate, your sister, which is a twin, I said it yesterday, just had a new baby. If she's willing to carry for you, that's another source. Okay, y'all might even have twins. That'd be even better. The more the merrier. This man want kids. Okay, there's so many ways to have a baby. So many ways. But prayers up for her. Prayers up that they figure this thing out, because baby, it's not gonna get no better. Y'all can go through counseling while you carrying. Counseling while you're carrying. Do I need to put that on the shirt? Counsel while you're carrying. So you can go ahead and have this baby and stop getting yelled at, baby. All right, I'm trying to help you. Move on, child. Oh, Jesus. All right, so she was not done. Several people asked her. We're going to talk about her one more time. Then we're going to get up off her. All right. So several people asked her, who does she fool with still from Married to Medicine? I think that she wants to be back on television again. I think she's looking at, probably they were saying, she's probably making some appearances, I hear, on another reality show. But let's go ahead and get into this, because Married to Medicine, Letitia Sweet Tea Lunsford, honey, tells who she's still in good relationship with on Married to Medicine, who she's not. She threw a lot of shade, honey, and called a few people some hoes. Let's get into it.
Have I talked to Toya? Nope, I don't talk to that hoe. Yeah, I don't talk to simple-minded hoes like her. I don't do that, and I'm not going to. She's too ignorant and too dumb for me. I can't. And
oh my God.
Okay. Who do I talk to? I talk to Contessa. Mostly I talk to Contessa. I don't really talk to anybody. Like I never really talked to Jackie like that. That never really was a thing. She only will talk to you in regards to the show, like whatever will benefit her for the money. And so that's why I wouldn't even allow them to have her come into what, with me and my endometriosis and all that, because it was I don't like fake concern. So, I wasn't gonna force it. If you're not concerned, I'm not gonna go to you. I'm not gonna go to you and talk about it. I still talk to Phaedra, yes. I talk to Phaedra. Yeah. I see them around. Yeah, I do. I still see them around. Contessa, I'm supposed to be going out to eat with Contessa and Scott pretty soon. They asked us to come hang out with them.
They might want to save that money so they can pay off that lien, girl. Did she tell you about that? We'll talk, girl.
Yeah. Have I talked to Toya? Nope, I don't talk to.
So she calls Toya a hoe and all of that. Y'all know for a long time people were saying that Sweet Tea and Toya kind of favor. It's crazy, child. Toya said a lot of negative things about her. So I get it. I get it that you don't have nothing nice to say about her. And that would be very fake of you to go live and try to say something nice about her when you know that Toya have done nothing but drag the fuck out of you. So I get it. And you call her every hoe in the book and call her any name that comes to your mind. I get that, okay? Because I'm that way too. If I don't like your ass, I have nothing nice to say. So I guess I love it. Okay, child, keep fighting. Let the girls keep fighting, because you can't say shit negative about me and think that I'm about to go anywhere and say positive about you. Moving along. All right, so let's get into crazy ass Tommy from Love and Hip Hop. Okay, she is suing. Let's get it up here. She is suing Bambi's ex fake ass boyfriend who faked his way onto the show to make it seem like he was so in love with Bambi. He used her to get on the show for clout, pretty much. All right. So once the situation between he and Bambi fell apart, then he ran up over there and got with Tommy with her crazy ass. Y'all know Tommy got about 20 mugshots. Okay. So She's filing a lawsuit against Rayface, that's his name, child, for defamation. And Rayface running around saying that he and Tommy are an item, that they together. He was posting pictures of him and Tommy in the bed, and Tommy was like, bitch, no, okay, that was just a moment. We are not together. And thank you for the free Rolex that you went out here and bought me, and you ain't getting it back, but nigga, we're not together. So now she's filed a defamation lawsuit against Rayface. Now he claps back by posting a full bed photo and claims that she slept with him for a bust down watch. Not a bust down, girl. Let's find out what's going on. Shout out to It's Only Entertainment. All right. So it's a little messy in these streets out here. Reality star and rapper. When's she become that? I ain't heard a song. All right, so Tommy Lee, honey, I ain't never heard no song from you, but is taking legal action against Rayface after he posted a suggestive photo, implying that they were more than just friends. All right, and now the drama has officially spilled over onto social media. Now, Tommy revealed via her Instagram stories that she's suing Rayface for defamation, posting official legal documents from her lawyer. Now, her caption made it crystal clear that she is not playing. I'm surprised she didn't run over there and put pause on you, because that's usually how she handles shit. She don't usually just go to court. She usually fight you, okay, or try to run you over with her car like she tried to do Jocelyn, okay, because Jocelyn's scared of Tommy. And that's who can really put Jocelyn ass in her place is Tommy, because she's fucking crazy. But she goes on to say, also, I will be suing Raymond for everything that he has and what he don't have that he can keep. Says play somewhere else, sincerely. Not sincerely. But Rayface was not backing down, said that he clapped back on his own IG stories, first reporting or reposting Tommy's legal papers with the caption saying that after all this, Tommy baby said, at least get my name right. Said then in true social media chaos fashion that he posted a full photo of him and Tommy lying in bed together. The same image that she accused him of using to stir up rumors. Said that his caption took things even further, reading, he is playing her whole face. Says, damn that ussy, but your character is trash. Okay, he's trying to say, damn that ussy is fire. Saying that Tommy got some good thing down there, but her character is trash. Okay, and she crazy. Did you know that? Says, and if that wasn't messy enough, said that Rayface followed up with another jaw-dropping statement. Said that you would think that a mother effer would be happy with a free bust down watch. Well, me mean one, you had to have SEX for. So you out here having SEX for watches. Is that prostitution? Oh, okay, girl. Says that with court papers filed and personal receipts being leaked online, this feud is far from over. Says it, and the internet's front row seats are sold out. Okay, all right. That's popcorn, girl. That was a good little bit of tea. So thankfully for her, she didn't go over there and put 4 upside your damn head. All right, but she did go down there and file some legal paperwork because she's trying to protect her image and she wants people to know she is not dating you. She might have gave you a little thing and sat on that thing a few times, but y'all not together. All right, calm down. Everybody to give you a little, kitty cat don't mean they're your girlfriend. All right, he seemed like that type. She done went over there and sat on that thing and spinned around on it and put a little curve in it or whatever, She put a curve in that thing. So now you're running around here telling everybody that's your girlfriend. And she is like, bitch, no. All right, thank you for the Rolex, though. All right. Moving right. So that's the paperwork right there, child. Okay, that's what she has said. That's paperwork. Okay. So after all this, Tommy, baby, at least get my name right and all that, child. They fighting back and forth. So that's the picture right there that he posted. He said, damn, that ussy is fired, but your character is trash. Okay. Well, at least she gave you some, child. All right. Said that you would think that a mother effer would be happy with a free bust down watch. Well, I mean, one you had to have SEX for. So yeah, so she's suing him, child. Moving right along. I don't even care no more. That's some clown shit. All right, so we got to spin the block on this topic because you guys remember I told you about the woman that was using her SNAP benefits to have like a catering business. Well, they finally sentenced her, so we got to spin the block because we started talking about it, and now we got to do a spin the block on that. All right. So a woman faces 10 years. So they gave her 10 years in prison, you guys, for using her SNAP benefits to purchase food and food items in order to sell them for her catering business. This is sad. I wouldn't think that they would give a person like this 10 years, but they're calling it, fraud. You defrauding the government for using SNAP benefits for personal gain. So I kind of get that, but I feel like it's like overkill, if so to speak, to give her 10 years for that. I think that's too much. What do y'all think? Put it in the chat. Do y'all think that's too much time for someone using SNAP benefits, money, food stamps to purchase food items for a personal catering business? Put it in the chat. All right, so a woman faces 10 years in prison after selling baked goods bought with food stamps. All right, now a 34-year-old woman from Ohio is facing up to 10 years in prison for selling homemade baked goods made with ingredients bought by food stamps. That's a lot. Now, prosecutors say that she used SNAP benefits to purchase supplies and then resold the goods, which is considered illegal under federal law. If anybody's doing that, don't do it because your ass gonna go to prison, okay? Now, her case has gone viral, sparking outrage from many who believe that the punishment is too harsh. I feel that way too, for what they see as a nonviolent and victimless act, okay? Now, as food insecurity grows across the U.S., the story has reignited debates about fairness in the justice system. What do you guys think? Put in the chat. Put a 1 if you think that this is too much time for the crime. Okay. Put a 2 if you guys think that it definitely fits the crime. Put a 1 if you think that this is too much time. 10 years is too much for the crime that they're saying she committed. Put a 2 if you think that this is that she deserves to be in the position that she's in. Put a 1 if you think that that 10 years is too much time. Put a 2 if you think she deserves the 10 years. I hope I ain't confused you guys. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much time. 10 years for that. I mean, I think probation. Probation would have been nice. Okay. A long probation, maybe. Okay. Yeah. And make her go feed the homeless for like, I don't know, shit. For 5 years or something like that, but 10 years sitting in prison for that. And I get it. It's a government type situation. It's understood that when you get said benefits that you are under certain rules and regulations. I get all of that, but I don't feel like this Black woman who's trying to, start a business to feed her family and support herself should be spending 10 years in fucking prison for some fucking baked goods that she went out there and bought some damn flour, eggs, some vanilla extract and all this shit in order to make it with her SNAP benefits. I just don't see that. I think that that's just too much. 5 years probation would have been enough, but 10 years, like you give people who unalive people that kind of time. Okay. People who steal out of the store, people who don't pay their taxes, shit like that. This woman did. See our world, the world we live in. Okay. She's really trying to make an honest living. All right. That's it. Let's get into the coup de grace of this show. This is what you guys have all been waiting for. Okay. This is what y'all been waiting for. Let's get into it. We have some mail and tail news. Now, a few of you guys reached out to me and said, Caramel, can you please give us an update? All right, let me go ahead, because your girl fuck up some time now. So I reached out to some compadres of mine. They gave me some information that was not completely correct. So I do stand corrected in terms of the Mel and Martell information that I reported to you guys the other day. Again, I fucked up. Caramel fuck up sometime. But we do have some very legit information. I do have receipts and court documents to show you guys as related to that. You guys asked me, Caramel, what happened with the Mel and Tail court case in terms of the child custody and all of that. I do have that. I do have the court documents that I'm going to share with you guys as well. We're going to go ahead and break this thing down like a 57 Chevy so y'all know what the fuck is going on. All right. So thank y'all for all of your patience on that. All right. I was kind of mad. I was like, I know good and goddamn well they didn't tell me the wrong fucking information. Because I don't like to give y'all wrong information, but I am the type of person who will spin the block and let y'all know when I fuck up. All right. So scratch all of that out that I gave y'all the other day. Today we're gonna show receipts so that you guys know that that this is legit what's going on with the Mel and Martell court documents and or situation. Okay. So I saved the best for last. Let me go ahead and read to you guys. All right, let's go ahead and put this up. Let's remove that. Thank you so much. All right. For everyone here. Let's go ahead and put this up. Shout out to PBE. Thanks for also sending me some stuff as well. All right. I've had people sending me all kinds of stuff this morning. All right. Shout out to my other source as well. She know who she is. Shout out to you, love. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. As you guys can see on my screen, custody breakdown, Melody Cherie versus Martell Holt. All right. That's the case number there for Madison County, Alabama. All right, so a timeline recap says that Martell filed a motion to continue, meaning that he's asking to postpone the next custody hearing. Melody's legal team objected, arguing that there's no reason to delay and the kids' best interests require moving forward. All right, let's take this down because I can't see. All right, so the judge actually denied Martell's motion to continue. All right, because y'all know they've been continuing this shit now for years. I'm sick of it. Martell always wait till they get to the time for them to have this court case, and then he wants to keep continuing it. And I think he tried to do that like he did with his other case, to keep continuing it so that they can look at the say that the time has gone far beyond that it needs to go, so that they can just throw the shit out. That's what he's hoping to do, and asking for all of these continuances every single time it's time for him to go to court. That's why I was like, you know what, I kind of don't care no more, because I feel like shit gonna keep getting continued. But the judge has said enough is a motherfucking enough. I hear he has not gone and gotten the psychiatric evaluation that he was asked to do as well, so he may get dinged for that. Now they said that the judge did deny Martell's motion, meaning that the hearing will go on as scheduled. All right, a subpoena has been issued, likely calling the witness to request key records, school counseling, etc. Also, a guardian ad litem, which they said they submitted a bill showing that the children's rep has finished recent work and filed fees for approval. All right, now that means that the case is moving forward, not being delayed. The judge sided with Melody's team on keeping the schedule. The guardian ad litem bill shows that this phase of this case is nearly complete, and both parties are gearing up for the next hearing. So that's what that means. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into court documents because we got them. All right, let me put my phone down so I can focus, because I got to get my good reading skills on. All right, y'all, please don't forget to tap on that like button for me as we get through these documents. It's kind of long, but y'all know I read real good, honey, because we went to school and paid attention and made straight A's while we were there. All right, so thank y'all, and thank you, Lord, for the good reading skills. Shout out to the 515 watching. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna let y'all see the court documents along with me, because y'all know I do not like to talk about things unless you guys can see them as well. All right, to show that we do have proof of what we're talking about. All right, praise the Lord for receipts. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? All right, on my screen, can y'all see? Let's let it catch up. We about done, y'all. This is actually the last thing that we got to talk about. Y'all know I always save my good stuff for the end. Y'all see this? Order to appear subpoena, electronically filed on 10/9/2025 at 4:48 p.m. The number for this is the docket number is 47-DR-2020-900-543-02. Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama. Deborah Kaiser is the clerk. Okay. Y'all see that? Y'all follow me? All right, State of Alabama, Unified Judicial System Form C13, front revised 418. All right, let's get into it. Melody Cherie versus is still under Holt, because during the time that this was filed, Melody was a Holt. All right, Martell Holt. All right, y'all see it checked off here where my mouse is moving. Let's go on down. Plaintiff State. All right, Dillard's, what is that? Speak Life Custodian of Records, 2415 Jordan Lane, Suite A, Huntsville, Alabama. Appear at trial is checked off here. Number 2, produce records of documents. See attached, Moving down. All right, you may contact, what is that? Contisha M. Matthews, and then it gives the address there. Okay, you are ordered to appear to give testimony before the court or by deposition and or produce and permit inspection and copying of books, documents, and tangible things, and or permit inspection or of premises as stated below until otherwise excused. Failure to obey this subpoena may be deemed a contempt of court from which a subpoena was issued. All right, let's continue down. Date 10/15 at 9 a.m. Address Madison County, Alabama, 100 Northside Square, Huntsville, Alabama, 35801. Date issue 10/9 of 2025 by Deborah Kaiser, who is the county clerk. All right. Additional instructions. Okay, and it says additional instructions. Any inspection and or production of documents or records must be completed within 15 days. Any and all records, notes, reports, memorandum, patient history, patient information sheets, counseling notes, treatment notes, records, charts, memoranda, ledgers, writings, prescriptions, test results, treatment plans, intake reports, history taken, diagnosis, prognosis records of telephone calls or other electronic communications and or other information included but not limited to medical records, psychiatric counseling and or psychological records pertaining to Martell Holt Sr. date of birth 1/14/1982 and Martell Holt Jr. date of birth 12/11/12. All right, let's move along. It says that to any sheriff or of the state of Alabama or authorized persons, you are ordered to serve this order on the above named person and make return to this court. All right. Moving right along to the next portion. Can y'all see this? Document 188, Form C13, which is the second page of the first page that we just read. Order to appear subpoena. Notice it says with respect. Let me blow up a little bit more, baby. Because all right, here we go. Can y'all see that? We make it big because we like big over here. I like big. All right. So notice with respect to a subpoena, which seeks only a production of documents or tangible things or an inspection of premises as provided in Alabama, it gives the code there. The production of documents of or tangible things or the inspection of premises pursuant to this subpoena shall take place where the documents or tangible things are regularly kept at some other reasonable place designated by the recipient of this subpoena. Now, as recipient of this subpoena, you have the option to deliver or mail legible copies of the documents or things to the party causing insurance, okay, of this subpoena, and the preparation of copies may be conditioned on the payment in advance of the reasonable cost of making such copies. Other parties involved in this lawsuit have the right to be present at the time of the production or inspection. The recipient of this subpoena has the right to object to the production or inspection at any time prior to the date of production or inspection set forth in this subpoena. Then see, it gives the code, which is set below. All right. Rule 45, Alabama, it gives the code, paragraph C and D. Protection of persons subject to subpoenas. As you can see, that's caramel there. All right. Moving right along. Let's move it up. Okay. Number 1, it says a party or an attorney responsible for the assurance of service of a subpoena shall take reasonable steps to avoid imposing the undue burden of expense on a person subject to subpoena. The court for which the subpoena was issued shall enforce this duty and impose upon the party or attorney in breach of this duty to appropriate sanction, which may include but not limited to lost earnings and reasonable attorney fees. Okay. Y'all crazy. Number 2, a person commanded to produce and permit inspection and copying a designated book, paper, document, and tangible things or inspection of premises need not appear in person at the place of production or inspection unless commanded to appear for deposition, hearing, or trial. B, subject to paragraph D, number 2 of this rule, a person commanded to produce and permit inspection and copying at this time before the time specified for compliance may serve upon, my favorite word, the party or attorney designed in the subpoena written objection to inspection or copying of any of all the designated materials or of the premises. Serve as used herein, meaning mailing or the party or attorney. If the objection is made, the party served the subpoena shall not be entitled to inspect and copy the materials or inspect the premises in except pursuit to an order of the court by which the subpoena was issued. If objection has been made, the party serving the subpoena may, upon my favorite word, notice to the person commanded to produce, move to at any time for any order to compel the production. Such an order to compel production shall protect any person who is not a party or an officer or party from significant expenses resulting from the inspection and copying commanded. Continuing on. On a timely motion, the court by which a subpoena was issued shall quash or modify the subpoena if it, number 1, fails to allow reasonable time for compliance. Next, requires a resident of this state to resident of the state is not a party or an officer of a party to travel to a place more than 100 miles from the place where that person resides, is employed, or regularly transacts business in person, or requires a non-resident or this state who is not a party or an officer of party to travel to a place within this state more than 100 miles from the place or service, or where separate from the place of service. Okay, I lost my place. Okay, more than 100 miles from this place where that person is employed or regularly transact businesses in person, exempt that, subject to provision of clause C3B. Also of this rule, such a person may, in order to attend trial, be commanded to travel from such place within the state in which the trial is held, or next, it says require disclosure of privilege or other protected matter, and or exception or waiver applies, or subjects a person to undue burden. Y'all getting all this? Child, this is a lot. All right, continuing on. If a subpoena requires disclosure or of a trade secret or other confidential research, development, or commercial information, or requires the disclosure of a unrelated or unretained, expert opinions or information not describing specific events or occurrences in this dispute, and results from the expert study made not at the request of any party, or requires a person who is not a party or an officer of a party to incur substantial expenses to travel more than 100 miles to attend trial, to the court may, to protect a person subject to affected by the subpoena, quash or modify the subpoena, or if the party in those whose behalf the subpoena is issued shows a substantial need to or for the testimony or material that cannot be otherwise met without undue hardship, and assures that the person to whom the subpoena is addressed will be reasonably compensated, the court may order appearance or production only upon specific conditions. All right. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. All right, duties in responding to the subpoena. 1, it says that a person responding to a subpoena or produced documents shall produce them as they are kept in the unusual course or business, or shall organize a label and label them to correspond with the categories in the demand. Number 2 states that when information subject to a subpoena is withheld on claim that is privileged or subject to a protection or trial preparation materials, the claim shall be made expressively and shall be supported by the description of the nature of documents, communications, or things not produced that is sufficient to enable the demanding party to contest the claim. All right. Moving it up. Number 3 says, if a subpoena does not specify the form or forms for producing electronically stored information, a person responding to a subpoena must produce the information in a form or forms in which the person ordinarily maintains it, or in a form or forms that are reasonably usable. Number 4 states that a person responding to a subpoena need not produce the same electronically stored information or more than one form. Okay. Number 5 states that a person responding to a subpoena need not provide discovery or electronically stored information from sources the person identifies to the requesting party as not reasonably accessible because of undue burden or cost. Now, on motion to compel discovery or quash, the person from whom discovery is sought must show that the information is not reasonably acceptable because of undue burden or cost. It said that if showing is made, the court may nonetheless order discovery from such source if the requesting party shows good cause, considering that the limitations rule, it gives the rule number, it says that the court may specify conditions regarding the production of this discovery. Moving right along, if information is produced, this is number 6, that is subject to a claim of privilege of protection. I'm reading down here, you guys. As trial preparation material, the person or party making the claim may notify any party that received the information of the claim and the basis of it. After being notified, a party must comply, return, sequester or destroy the specified information and any copies as it has, and may not use to disclose the information until the claim is resolved. Any party or the producing person may promptly present the information or court under the seal or a determination of the claim. If the receiving party disclosed the information before being notified, it must take reasonable steps to retrieve it. The person who produced the information must preserve the information until the claim is resolved. All right. So let me stop sharing there because I think I got something else. So that is what had happened with that. I do have something else. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get that up. Did I upload that? I think. Let me see. I think I uploaded it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm gonna make that bigger because y'all can't see that. Hold on. Hold on. Because I want y'all to be able to see it. Hold on. All right, hold on. So let me send it so I can. All right, give me 1 second. Because I want to put it big on the screen so you guys can see it how we just saw it. All right, we have some more documents that I'm going to send over. All right, give me 1 second. Yeah, we about to be all in these folk business, y'all. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Let me get it up. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, so let's get it up. All right. Y'all ready for this? So now we're going to get into the actual case. All right, let's go ahead and share. This is what y'all been waiting for. You asked me for it, we got it. Let's get into what's really going on with this damn case. All right. Y'all pardon me. I have a little cold sleeping under this fan. All right. Y'all see it on screen? Can everybody see? Let's blow up a little bit more. Well, that's as big as it go. All right. So document 198, electronically filed 10/15 at 8:42 p.m. Docket number 47-DR-200543.002. Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama. Deborah Kaiser is the clerk. In the circuit, Court of Madison County, Alabama, Melody Holt versus Martell Holt, case number, which I just read to you guys. Motion to submit guardian ad litem bill. Let's go ahead and read so you guys can see it. Come now, Valerie Craig, guardian ad litem for the minor child, and would show unto this honorable court as follows, separately and severely. Number one, that on or about February 22nd of 2025, this attorney was appointed as guardian ad litem for the minor child in the above styled cause. Okay. Number two, that on or about October 15th of 2025, this case was set for final hearing in the above styled cause. Number three says that this honorable court asked that this guardian ad litem to submit her bill for services. Number four says that the guardian ad litem bill is attached for ready reference thereto. Wherefore, the premises considered is it respectfully requested that this honorable court take notice of the compliance by the guardian ad litem and the submission of her bill. Respectfully submitted. Okay, you guys see it here. Valerie Craig, guardian ad litem. That's who the guardian ad litem is. It gives the address, phone number, and email. Okay, let's move to the next. Okay, and it's just one more small piece. All right, certificate of service. Let's make it bigger. All right, certificate of service. That's document 198, as you guys can see here. Pardon this here, guys. Says that I certify that I have filed the foregoing with the clerk of court using the Alabama judicial system's electronic filing, which will send notification to said filing to those parties of record who are registered for electronic filing, and all other interested parties will receive notice via U.S. mail. Signed off again, Valerie Craig, which is the guardian ad litem. Okay, so those are all of the court documents. Let me give you guys another little breakdown that I have that further gives more information on that. Let me get back to my main screen. Let's stop sharing. Are you guys getting that? All right. So furthermore, it says that Martell's motion to continue delay hearing. Martell Holt filed a motion to continue asking the court to postpone an upcoming custody case or related hearing. It says that he likely requested more time to prepare, obtain evidence, or coordinate witnesses. Why the fuck do you not have that done? Okay. Why do you not have that done? Give me 1 second. Why do you not have that done when you guys have clearly continue this case over and over and over? What witnesses have you not been able to get since what, years now? This custody case has been going on for years. So this motherfucker is asking for more time. Y'all hear this? He's requesting more time to prepare, obtain evidence, or coordinate witnesses. Why you didn't have that done already? You also have not done your psychological evaluation. You've had enough time. If you got enough time to spend the block at the courthouse and be seen on video taunting Melody, why the fuck you didn't have time to get your witnesses together, obtain evidence that you're supposed to have when the judge told you prior that the next court date they're ready to close on this case? It's giving that you're playing with the court system because the judge has allowed you to continue. So now you're asking when it gets closer to the court date, more time to continue a case that's been going on for years and years and years. We've been all sitting back watching this shit. Okay. You ain't got no fucking witnesses. You have not had no witnesses. You ain't thought about this fucking case. You were counting on the judge continuing this shit again. Motherfucker. I had to put that in there. I'm sorry. Now, motions to continue are common. Thank you, Cassandra, for the super sticker, my love. Let's put that up there. Motions to continue are common when one party feels that they're not ready or there's a scheduling. Fucker. Now, Melody Cherie, through her attorney, opposed the motion to continue. Said that her filings argue that there is no valid reason to delay and that it's the children's best interest to keep the current hearing date. Yeah, so that they can figure out what the fuck is going on. Is she going to get full custody or not? Martell keeps acting like he's not ready, that he's not prepared. He keeps using that every time. Well, I got a witness that, I got to find this witness. I can't find a witness. I need more time to do this. I need more time to do that. You don't have nothing but time. You don't have a job. You only have the kids 1 week on, 1 week off. Melody's had the kids your time already. The kids are 1 week on, 1 week off. Melody's had the kids now going on almost 3-4 weeks. Bitch, you got more time. You ain't doing shit but eating ass. You got time to do what you're supposed to do as related to this court case. All right? Stop eating ass and get your ass over there and do what you're supposed to be doing. All right? So it says here that the response included multiple attorney emails showing that has active legal representation, including Golden Law Group. And it says that the court's ruling motion to continue was denied. Okay, so the judge is getting sick of this shit. She denied Martell's motion to continue. Said that the judge denied Martell's motion to continue. This means that the hearing will proceed as originally scheduled. The court did not find sufficient reason to delay, which is typically a win for Melody since she wanted the case to move forward. All right, so it says that subpoena was issued. A subpoena was issued. I just read that to you guys. Y'all heard the whole subpoena. I read the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna need some water after that. A subpoena was issued in the case, which I just read. It is a legal order requiring someone, likely a witness, school official, or counselor, to appear or produce records. We saw the guardian ad litem who's over the kids as well. We don't know who Melody would have for a witness, but I'm pretty sure she do have great witnesses. Her mother would be a great witness as well. Given the nature of custody cases, this could relate to the children's schooling, counseling, or other care details. All right. Notice to submission of guardian ad litem bill was filed. We just saw that. The guardian ad litem and neutral attorney appointed to represent the children's interests submitted their billing statement for court approval. Now, this means that the guardian ad litem has been active in the case, likely meeting with both the parents and the children to provide recommendations to the judge. Summary of the current stage. It says that here's what all this means together. Martell tried to delay proceedings, but was denied, as I just told y'all. Melody is pressing forward and appearing, and it appears well prepared legally. So it sounds like Melody is one up in Martell in this case. All right. The guardian ad litem has completed their work and submitted billing. Said that this often happens near the end of an active hearing cycle. So they get into the end of the judge ruling on this situation because they're tired of moving it forward. They're tired of continuing. They're tired of Martell's excuses. They're tired of him changing attorneys. Every single time it's time for them to get to the end of this, Martell pulls a little switcheroo. He fires his attorney, get another attorney. Then they got to wait for this new attorney to do discovery. He got to read through all this shit, familiarize himself with the case. Y'all know how it is when you switch attorneys. So he's been doing all of this in terms of not complying with rules and regulations of what the courts have asked him to do in terms of getting his psychiatric evaluation. They told him it would be ramifications if he did not do so. Where are the fucking ramifications? I feel like they might have need Trish and Marquez as attorney, because y'all see that attorney ain't fucking playing around. All right, they might Mel and Martell might need to switch on over to Trish and Marquez's attorney, because it's given this attorney has given way too many chances to Martell, who I feel have some inside connections with the court system, being that he used to be a jailer for Madison County Jail. All right, so let's continue. Custody case breakdown. All right. Case number, we already gave you guys the docket number. Time and recap. It said the Martell filed a motion to continue, asking to postpone the next custody hearing. Melody's legal team objecting, arguing that there's no reason to delay and the kids' best interest required moving forward, as we just read. The judge, of course, did deny that. Let me make sure I'm not rereading. Okay. Subpoena was issued, likely calling witnesses or requesting a key record, school counseling. Of course, we know about the guardian ad litem. Making sure I give out all of what I have. Okay. So that's pretty much the breakdown. Okay. I just had some little notes here that I was reading to you guys. I think we covered everything. All right. So Melody remains the primary custodial parent. Okay. This is what right now is. All right. Right now, today. 10/17/2025 at 11:59 a.m. Melody remains the primary custodial parent. Martell is still under his obligations, but has not met counseling requirement. Do you guys know that? He's not done any counseling. He's supposed to have counseling with Tank. He's not done that. He's supposed to have a psychiatric evaluation. He's not done that. So what's the ramifications for him not doing so is my question. All right. The hearing is still on schedule. No extensions will be granted. All right. You guys already know about the subpoena. We've already talked about that. That's pretty much it. Okay, that's the update on it. Melody is still the primary custodial parent. Martell is definitely going to probably get dinged and probably held in contempt for not doing what was asked of him in the court. So you guys saw the court documents. You guys asked me about it. We have those. We read all of that. everything in connection to this case and what's going on. There's nothing else. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to send it to me in the DM, or you can put it in your comments, and I will try to answer as best as I can. Okay. Yes, he does need to be locked up because Martell really thinks that fish grease don't get hot. Okay. He don't think that fish grease get hot. The motherfucker needs to be locked up because he really thinks that he can play with the court system. And I think, and I got to blame the judge, and I got to blame Alabama court systems for allowing this shit to continue on and on and on. Melanie and Martell have been divorced now going on, what, 3 years? Like, there's no reason that this custody case should still be in court. There's no reason. There's no reason that Melody should still be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's not cool for the children. It's not okay for this situation to still be in court. He definitely needs to be. And the fact that he got grace with the whole revenge piece situation, which I think they're going to take that into account whenever they do revisit this situation. The fact that this motherfucker is just a person who enjoys disrespecting the law because he feels like he can get away with it. Okay. Martell definitely needs some jail time. And I'm not talking about 1 day in and 1 day out like he was when he got the revenge piece situation where he can bail. He does not need to bail out. I think he needs to be in jail. Give him at least a year, okay? Because he's a little punk ass bitch. He's scary. Martell is scary. I think that's enough time for him to sit his ass down and reflect and think about. Maybe more than a year, okay? But he definitely needs some jail time because for you to sit back and deliberately not do what you were asked to do. And I know he might not be smart, book smart, but bitch, you know how to comprehend when somebody tell you go and do counseling with your son. That's a bonding moment. For God's sake, you hit the boy with a back scratcher and drew blood. It's the least you can do is sit down and talk to your son and bond with your son and explain to him that, look, what daddy did, I'm trying to become a better person, or maybe you're not. But you were required by the courts to do counseling with your son, the same son that you abused, that you tried to run ahead and get the courts to seal said document so people wouldn't see the type of fuck up that you are. This is the same person that was twisting, pinching, making the kids eat soap and hot sauce as a form of punishment, allowing your paramour or para-whore to have ill will against your children. To say your kids look funny looking, to allow your paramour son to try to fight your baby girl, all types of things. If I was Melody, I would definitely ask the courts to not allow my children to be around Ariane. I don't trust her. If you got a problem with me, and I said it before, I don't want nobody's got a problem with me around my child because there's no telling what you would do. No, you will not be a mother figure. If Martell wants to be with Ariane, if he wants to marry her, fine. But bitch, you ain't going to be around my kids because I don't trust you. She shouldn't be cooking for them. She shouldn't be bathing them. She shouldn't be driving them. She shouldn't be doing shit. Martell took his own child's phone to give it to this bitch because she couldn't keep her phone on. This is the type of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be dealt with, and there need to be tougher consequences for Martell for not doing what he's asked to do per the courts. Psychiatric evaluation, I feel he won't do it because he knows he's fucked up. He knows he's batshit crazy. He knows that mentally he's not capable of being a great father to those children because no one in their right mind will do the things that he's already done. You fucked up your entire family. And you want everyone else to pay but yourself. He should no longer be able to hide behind his children and their success because he's a fuck up. And that's just on period. That's how I feel. If anybody disagree with me, sorry, this is my channel, okay? At the end of the day, primarily, the only person's opinion that matter over here is mine. And that's how I feel. He's a fuck up. And I blame his mother. I blame Marlene. I got to blame you. I got to blame you. You didn't raise him right. His father was in prison his entire life. He also contributed to the fuck up. And we got to call it what it is. This is why it's imperative. This is imperative for you to know who you marry and procreate with because you don't want to be in a situation like this with an asshole who will not do what he's supposed to do as a man. You had a beautiful family. You had everything, like you said, y'all had your lives mapped out. And you fucked it up for what? Some bumped up coochie that won't get a fucking job. And then when she did have a job, she didn't work there no longer than a few weeks. Now you done took money out of your household to buy her a car that she don't have no more. Everything that you took from your marriage to give to this para whore, she don't even have no more. Now you trying to pay for her to go back to school to make it look like she's somebody. Fuck out of here. Money that should be going towards your children, while the mother of the children are paying for all of the expenses for your children, but you're going to take money that you should be paying for child support. This woman didn't even put you on child support, so she's still giving you grace. Still giving you grace. And you take the money that should go towards your children instead of buying them school clothes. She bought their school clothes. She pays for their schooling. You paying for this girl to go to school when that money should go to your children. What are you putting up for your children to go to college? What are you putting forth for your children? You don't have a pot to piss in, let alone the pot. And this shit has been going on long enough. I'm happy that the courts are now putting a stall to this continuing bullshit, and they're finally getting ready to resolve this. Give this woman these children. You don't want them anyway. You were looking for monetary gain in the beginning anyway, Martell. You were asking for child support and you were looking for alimony, and they told you both no. You don't want the kids when you have them, because what we know, Marlene had the kids most of the time, so you could be out whoring. Ariana been babysitting for you. We saw a video where Knox was up in Sugar Mama's face, blowing up at her. We didn't even see Martell. Ariana ain't supposed to have those kids. So why is it that your para-whore is watching your motherfucking kids while you out whoring and up in other bitches' face eating ass from Monday to Sunday? Give this woman these kids. And if you want to see them, I'm pretty sure Melody does not mind you being a father coming to see your kids whenever you call her and say, hey, I want to see my kids today. But in terms of this 1 week on, this back and forth, this ripping the children from over here, then you come and see them when you want to. It's 1 week on, 1 week off. She should not have the kids for 4 weeks straight. When you, sir, should give her a break. And you do that because you don't want her to be able to rip and run and live her life. It's still your way of trying to control her and the way she moves. You won't watch the kids, so now you want her to have to scramble and get a babysitter. This woman has to catch flights to do her TikTok lives, to do and handle her business, and you don't want her to do that. You're hindering her because you don't have none of the money. So because you're bitter and you're mad, you're still trying to control things, but I'm happy that the courts are doing what they need to. They should have done that shit 3 years ago. We wouldn't even be here. But nevertheless, we're going to wait and see what happens next. And as soon as I get information on that, I will do as I did today. We will pull the court documents and we will read and do commentary on it as well. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and end the live because I got to go. All right. I've got to go. Love you guys down to my Top Flight Maj, True TV Podcast, Tower, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, Rose Armstead. Thank you guys for an awesome job well done of modding for me. Also, thank you so much, Schoolboy, for the content creators in my chat. Content creators, Schoolboy, Simple Mom Family TV, Miss Didi, JCD Creations. Thank you, Shay P, for stopping by. I saw you in the chat. Shay Renee, if you're in the chat, thank you so much. Queen Speaks TV, thank you for being here. Mods, please let me know if we have any content creators I may have missed. Thank y'all so much. It's a great show. I appreciate it. Okay. I try to give y'all all the info. I'm like the Lord, honey. I will not withhold any good thing from you. Okay. All right. Anything I find out, I will definitely go live to give you guys that information. Okay. But if we don't have any more thank yous that we need to get out, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right. I will see you guys later for a midday pop in. Keep your notifications on. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to this channel, and you can also share the video if you love. All right. Let's get out of here. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday. See you guys later. Until the next one. Bye.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. But even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you